Hello, hello, and welcome back, everyone, to another watch along. A big watch along this time. Massive watch along. Probably the most nervous I'm gonna be. Even though I've said before many times I don't rate the League Cup, but obviously now that we are in it, I do hope we get to do it and we get to win. It is gonna be massive. Um, And yeah, look, we're here. We're here. I'm gonna start with the lineup first. So let me just get this out of the way. How do I get it out here? Yeah. Um, for Arsenal, we have a couple of missing players. Unfortunately, no Timber and no Timber and no Eza in the starting lineup. Obviously, no Odegaard as well as the backup to Eza in this scenario, or at least he would have been if he was there. Um, and obviously Timber is a big miss. I think we needed someone like Timber to be here, especially if he's going to go up against Doku. Like we need someone who can stop Doku with his dribbles, obviously. And then, anyways, our lineup we go Kepa, Arrizabalaga kept his position, of course, as we expected. No big surprise there. Ben White obviously takes the right back position with Timber's absence, and we have our main partnership in Saliba and Gabriel. Hincapi obviously starting as left back. And then we've got Zubimendi, Rice, Havertz playing in the 10 in place of the injured Eza. And then a front three of Saka, Trossard, and Gyökeres. City also have a missing player. By the way, I have no idea why Sat's football corner is here at the side. Let me just take that out. I have no idea why Sat's football corner is at the side. Let me just take it off. I think it's in. Yeah, there you go. Cool. And then we have for City, they have Ruben Diaz missing with a hamstring injury, um, which obviously came as a surprise. I didn't hear of any injury until just an hour ago. They started with Trafford in goal, so that kind of balances out Kepa for us. And then they've got Nunes, Husanov, Ake, and O'Reilly. So a pretty quick back four because O'Reilly, Nunes, and Husanov are obviously rapid. Maybe Nathan Ake not as much, but like he's no slouch. And then Rodri, Silva, and Shirky. So a lightweight midfield, quite creative. A lot of they'll obviously have more possession. I'm assuming from that midfield, especially given that we don't have Eze or Odegaard to help us keep the possession against that kind of midfield. And then Semenyo, Doku, and Haaland. I'm assuming Semenyo is going to start right wing. I was speaking to Tryan on our Guna Lounge group, who actually thought that he believes that Semenyo is going to play in the 10 and Shirky on the right. If that happens, I think that's better for us, to be honest. I think Semenyo in the middle is less threatening than a Shirky in the middle, versus playing Semenyo on the right. So let's see what happens. Sorry, let me just share this. It seems like Souls and Sada watching the game together. I don't know. I don't know where in London. Um, but let's see what happens. Damn, I am worried. I am nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very nervous. Um, I know I've said before I don't rate this cup and I don't rate the League Cup that much, but it's obviously still a big game. And you hope we can get the job done. Wait, let me see if this is working. Yeah, it is. I tested it with a goal for Arsenal. Inshallah, that actually happens. Inshallah, that actually happens. The game is gonna start soon. They are doing the huddle. The Arsenal players are. I'm not a fan of of Havertz in the 10. Honestly, I think it gives us a lot less control, and I don't think he makes up for it with like a lot of attacking threats and great passes and runs. I don't think he's that. I think he's someone who thrives playing as a striker. Um, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Havertz there. I'm not a big fan of Havertz there. The problem is that who else can we play? Like there's Max Dauman, but should we really start someone like Max Dauman? Should we really start Max Dauman in a final like this? I think that would be a bit too risky. So in that scenario, I think maybe it makes sense. Big up Aaron. Big up Aaron. Thank you, Aaron, for the good luck wishes. Hopefully it goes through. I am nervous, Aaron. I'm not gonna lie. I know you've been there before, obviously 2 years ago in the League Cup against Chelsea. But then again, the funny thing is, I feel like you might have been less nervous. One is because you won it just a couple of years before that. And you had won like major trophies. This could be our first trophy in 6 years. But also B, Aaron, like also second thing is I remember you started like the kids in that final. And Chelsea were the favorites because of the players they had. Okay, and it started. There you go. I actually started the timer on time this time. I don't know why it's showing up like that though. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing up like that. And a foul from the very beginning. Wait, I need to put the comments. Oh yeah, and you were there last year. Yeah, fair. But again, last year it was so obvious you're winning the league, right? So maybe it was less over. And plus, you winning it in 20. You won it in 22, 23. No, 23, 24. You winning it in 23, 24, I think makes it like less nerve-wracking for you like the next year, right? Because you're like, well, we're winning the league. We won the League Cup the previous year. This could be our first one like in 6 years. Well, our first League Cup in 33 years, not even 6 years. And while I think we'll win the league, but obviously it's not a guarantee yet. Yeah, by the way, Semenyo is playing right wing, Shirky in the 10, so it seems like they are going with that. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know why I'm nervous. I shouldn't be, but I actually know I should be. It's the final. Throw in for Man City in our half. I saw everywhere that people saying that Arsenal are favorites, and I understand why. I get why. We're the better team right now. We're in better form as well. Not just we're the better team, we're in better form too. But we all know it doesn't work that way. We all know it doesn't work. Yeah, Gyökeres is offside, bro. Gyökeres is clearly offside. Good play. I mean, I think Havertz probably should have held on to the ball a bit more because it was clear that Gyökeres is offside. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even trying to say this to be like to do this reverse psychology shit that people think I was trying to do. Because I've been saying that from the time it was confirmed that it was an Arsenal City final, which is like more than a month ago. I've said that City are winning the League Cup final, and I said the reason I think they'll win it is not because they're better than us. I think we're better than them. Obviously, Pep is better than Arteta, and I think maybe in the finals, that could play a part because in the finals, a better manager doesn't always win, right? Like that's the reality. Pep lost to Glasgow last year in the FA Cup final, so. But there are some finals where the better manager does play an impact, and this could be one. And the other reason why I thought they'll win is I just thought City will be hungrier for this than us. Not that we wouldn't be hungry. We're obviously going to try. I think we're going to fight. We're going to really go for it. But I just mean from the perspective that this is probably the one of only 2 trophies I think they'll win. Like, and the other one is not the league. I think it'll be the league. The FA Cup is the other one they have a chance in. They obviously have a chance in the league, but like I think even they know, like deep inside, like They need tremendous luck on their side for them to win it. They need Arsenal to falter in 2 games outside. By the way, Kepa with a big risk there. Played the ball just across Semenya. Nice one. Havertz tried playing the through ball, but bro, nobody. Yeah, I think we'll want it too, but I just think like City will fight for it a bit more, just given that this is probably the main thing they're going to win this season. Oh my god, it was almost out for a corner, but then Havertz had to foul Kusanov. Good long ball by Ben White. Gyökeres makes the run past Nathan Ake. Nathan Ake misses the ball. Gyökeres runs in, tries to cut it back to Havertz, but Kusanov was there to clear, and Havertz fouls Kusanov. It's a free kick for Man City. Havertz in the 10 needs to put a big shift today. Big shift. He's got the ball now. Gyökeres ran into crowd there. Saliba bodies Haaland beautifully. Beautiful. If they play long balls, I'm actually a lot calmer because I think Saliba and Gabriel will handle it. Zubimendi with a bad pass goes out for a throw-in. But if we play long balls, I mean, we've played 2 so far and they have done with. They seemed okay. Like Gyökeres was able to actually get the ball and run in. That's a throw in for Arsenal. Yeah, throw in for Arsenal. Big up Red Bull Vodka who says, "Come on, Arsenal, where is Eze FFS? Bruh, Eze is injured. Apparently, he's got that leg injury from the Leverkusen game. I genuinely don't remember that injury. I actually think I remember him playing the whole game. So if he did get an injury in that game, then why did he play the whole match? I don't get it. Okay, Havertz. That was a quick throw ball, by the way. Quick throw in. Throw ball. That was a quick throw in. Havertz was obviously offside, but there's no offside from a throw in. And Ben White took it quick. I like this. We've started the first 6 minutes well, where we're actually, when we have the chance to play it long and go in quickly, we are doing that. So that is good. Saka against Nico O'Reilly and Doku. Ben White to Zubimendi. Havertz! Again, Saka! Oh my god, we missed a back-to-back chance, man! Havertz missed a one-on-one! Beautiful football. Ben White plays it through the legs of Rodri. He was onside. I can't believe he's missed that chance. Saka went for the rebound twice and Trafford made saves. But to be honest, it was straight at Trafford. Come on, yo Havertz, bruh. That was your moment. That was your moment. Ah. Onside. He was onside. Exactly, Aaron. We should be winning by now. We should be 1-0 up. That was good football by Ben White and Zubimendi. Come on, Havertz, man. Even with his left foot, I think Eze would have had a better chance of finishing that. My annoyance is not just that we missed a big chance, obviously in the final. It's also that will we get another chance like that soon? Because scoring first in this final will make a massive difference, by the way. Imagine we score first, and now City have to come out a bit more. Gives us a chance to counter with Saka and with Gyökeres. It's not like it wasn't an even like. It's not even like it's even. It wasn't even It's not like it was even a difficult chance for me to say, oh, wait a second, like, that's a very difficult angle. On his favored left foot, like, there's no reason he should be missing that. He almost put in Gyökeres through, but I think Nathan Ake made a good block. O'Reilly carrying the ball forward now to Doku. Doku goes back to Rodri. Please focus. This is not the game to. This is the game where everyone has to run back and forth. It's a final. This is the game everyone has to track back. Everyone has to put in the effort. When we're going forward, everyone has to be extremely focused with every pass. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get another one, hopefully. Havertz almost got it from Rodri, but Rodri did well. Shirky up against Zubamendi. To Semenyo, who's up against Nkapia. Zubamendi is there to support. Back to Shirky. Shirky. Back to Nunes. Nunes to Bernardo Silva. He's gonna cross. No, he doesn't. Rodri does. Isn't that a foul? Yeah, that's a clear foul. Haaland fouls Gabriel. Sorry, Haaland fouls Saliba, who wins the header anyways. Saliba wins the header anyways. Long ball to Ben White. Saka, we're actually trying to attack quickly. That's crazy. Saka tried playing the through ball to Gyökeres and it was intercepted by Nathan Ake. I'm not even sure. I love this. When we won the ball, we actually played it quickly. I think that's clearly it's obviously managerial instructions by Arteta, so nice to see. Because we're catching City a bit lacking. That's a foul. That's a foul. Yes, thank you. Foul by Nico O'Reilly on Saka. And I think we're going to cross it in. I'm glad they don't have Donnarumma, to be honest. Even though people say that he's not that good at claiming crosses, but I mean, that first game against us, all corners he was coming out for and blocking them. Or claiming them, or just punching them out. Having someone at that height and that length, it makes putting in crosses and taking set pieces and corners into the box quite difficult. Declan Rice is going to cross it in. Don't be outside. Don't be offside, I mean. Crossed in. Trossard. Oh, shot. And it's going to go for a corner. And it's out for a corner. Bernardo Silva went sprinting to try and stop the corner because he's so scared of our corners. But he didn't get there on time. Didn't get there in time. Bro, I can barely speak. I'm that nervous. Let me drink some water. We need to score this goal. Come on. If we score first, I'm a lot more confident. If we concede, it's not over. Obviously, we can come back even if they score first, but it's a lot harder. That was a bad corner by Saka. It literally went to the first man. Went to the first man. Such a bad corner. Wasted. Because if City score first, you can bet your bottom ass that they're gonna... You can bet that they're gonna park the bus like they did at the Emirates. And just try to hit us on the counter. Because with players like Semenyo, like Doku, like Haaland, who've got that pace, they probably can. Throw in by Declan Rice in. Cleared by Semenyo. Back to Declan Rice. Back to Ben White. He placed it long and it's out for a goal kick. Terrible, terrible, terrible long pass by Ben White. Nathan Ake takes it long. Stopped by Zubimendi. They lost the ball. Gyökeres presses. Nice one, Gabriel. Saliba claims it. We definitely need to make sure we don't make any of those mistakes we usually make. You know, the ones like Zubimendi did against Spurs and United, or Gabriel against Bournemouth. City are not pressing us. It's so weird. I don't get why. Like, I'm not trying to shit on our team or anything, but I don't think we're a team that has done that great against pressing this season. Like, I'm not saying we conceded goals from like teams pressing us. I'm not saying we conceded goals from teams pressing us, but it's just that when we get pressed, we just end up hoofing it long after. Oh my god, Hincapie with an early yellow card. He got so excited, went to win the ball, and ended up fouling Nunes. This better not turn into a red card. No, never. Never a red card. It was studs on the boot. Oh my god, he didn't touch him! Bruh, he barely touched him. That shouldn't even be a foul. Bruh, yes, he's got to play careful the rest of the game now for freaking 75 minutes. Rodri switches the play to Nunes. Yeah, exactly. That's Nunes. Yeah, Aaron. I have no idea how he gave that as a foul. Long ball, but Ben White is going to hit it. Rodri wins it back, and Gabriel is going to clear it forward. He actually doesn't. He plays it to... Bruh, Gyökeres against Kusanov is never a race Gyökeres is going to win, bro. Vinny Jr., who's rapid, couldn't win that race. Yes, Zubimendi, nice one. That's another foul. Another foul. Another pass that we're going to play in long. I'm worried about that Hincapie yellow card, man. Come on, come on. We need those set pieces to come in. The thing is, people don't realize the City are also fantastic at set pieces. They've got giants, bro, at the back. Haaland, Rodri, Kusanov, Semenyo, Nico O'Reilly, Matheus Nunes, even Nathan Ake, obviously, was a centre back. It's a bunch of players who can win headers. Declan Rice is going to whip it long. He whips it in to nobody. Ben White to Saka. Saka. Bruh, Saka kept it a bit too long, bro. Saka kept it too long, bro. That was not a foul! That wasn't a foul, was it? Bruh, I can see what these City players are doing. They're gonna fall and react bad and yell and shout for every foul, bro. They're going to try and get our players booked early. Bro, that was bad by Saka. He did the first cut in, which was nice. He had space to put in a good cross or even take a shot, fine. He went for a second one as well and then ended up putting himself in a difficult position. The angle was gone. Make a mistake, Trafford. Make a mistake, please. Ah, Bernardo Silva does well there. Matheus Nunes running up with the ball. Trossard with him. Semenya against Hincapié, who's on a yellow card. Crossed in, but missed by everyone. Doku against Ben White inside the box, and Ben White clears it for a corner. City's first corner. This is the problem with coming up against Semenya as well. The guy can go out on his right and can play on his left. Bruh, Haaland. If Haaland was a bit quicker or reached there like half a second earlier, he would have probably won the header and scored. Turkey's going to take the corner in. Problem. But Kepa easily claims it. He's going to play it long to Havertz. Not long, sorry. He plays it short to Havertz. Saka to Declan Rice. He gets fouled. That's a yellow card, right? It's out for a goal kick, by the way. We wasted the attack like crazy. But can you at least give him a yellow card, whoever fouled Saka? Yeah, sorry, Kusanov. Why did he book Kusanov? He said play on. He gave the advantage. Or did he give the advantage for Saka's foul? If it's for Kusanov's foul, that's a yellow card. And we just wasted that counter-attack stupidly. Trafford takes the goal kick long. Declan Rice wins it. Jokeris couldn't get it. Nathan Ake passes it back to Trafford. Trafford takes it long. Saliba does so well against Haaland. Zubimendi hooves it. By the way, that's what we need to do. By the way, don't lose the ball in our half. Just every ball we get where they're pressing us, play it long, and let's send 4-5 players front. Nico Riley takes it long. I think Ben White will get it. Doku plays it back to Nico Riley. City gaining some possession after the first shaky 10-15 minutes. It's beautiful, Saliba. Doku runs past Ben White, but Saliba puts in a very, very good slide tackle and gets it out for a throw-in. City back in possession. And now we're sitting everyone behind the ball, which is fine. At this moment of the game, I think that's okay. Long ball. Gabriel wins it. Trossard, who plays it long. Bro, again, the same tactic. At least play it the other side. Don't play it to the side that has Kusanov. I don't think there's any Premier League attacker that's beating Kusanov in a race, man. Saliba, please don't keep it long. Look, when Kepa has the ball, they don't press him. And Gabriel as well. The moment we have the ball in our box, they don't press us. They come with a front four of Haaland, Cherki, Semenyo, and Doku, and they just stand in a line. And then they wait. I don't get why. Doesn't that give our players more time to settle in? And get into positions? I don't know. See, ball back to Kepa. Semenyo stop pressing Gabriel, goes back in his line. So odd. I hope Kepa doesn't try to play through the line, bro. They'll be expecting it, honestly. Gabriel, please. Don't, please. Oh. See? We played... I don't know why Gabriel played that shitty... Semenyo. Cleared by Gabriel. Gabriel tried to play a long ground pass, intercepted by Bernardo Silva. Bruh, just play it in the air, give our players a chance to attack it. I won't lie. I don't think. I won't be surprised if this game like goes. Hincapie, please. No fouls. I wouldn't be surprised if this game ends like 0-0 and goes to penalties. I hope not, though. And we missed a sitter, to be fair. A sitter, man. Havertz. If this was any of the City players, they probably would have scored. Oh, Ben White does well against Doku, but it's back with Doku. And Doku this time, oh, he's still not past him. Good job, Ben White. Stick with him. Stick with him. Switch of play by Rodri all the way to Cherki, up against Hincapie, who's on a yellow. Crossed in, but blocked by Trossard. Out again, back to Kusanov. City having all the possession. Okay, this is also a bit too much. I think we have to, at some point, get up and press now. Like 5 minutes ago, I said, you know what, let us take a break. It's fine. Sit back behind the ball. But it's been 5 minutes now. Oh my God, Semenyo is in. And blocked by Gabriel. The thing is, Hincapie cannot even commit or put in a tackle because he's worried about getting a second yellow card. Honestly, I'll bring in Calafiori at halftime if this continues. This is not a team that's definitely not going to score if you don't give them... if you give them all the ball. Like, it's not... Like, this is the one team we shouldn't probably give, like, 70% possession. I know it worked for West Ham. That doesn't mean it'll work for us. Crossed in, Saliba clears. Out to Doku, competing against Saka, but Saka gets it. Saliba clears it long. Havertz, is he going to win it? Trossard, that's a foul. That's a foul! Yes. He actually gave the foul. Can you give a yellow card, please? Can you please give a yellow card? He doesn't. Calafiori warming up. Honestly, halftime, I might consider bringing on Calafiori for Hincapié if this continues. Because yellow card that early just puts us under so much pressure, man. And Semenyo has already skinned Hincapié twice. I cannot stand that rat. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. He does all these disgusting fouls and somehow gets away with it. Thank God he got sent off against Madrid. No player deserves that sending off more than him. Saliba. Nice pass, Saliba, to Havertz. Nice pass. Ben White. Switches play to Trossard. And Kusanov clears it for a throw. Declan Rice. Finally, we have some possession. Don't go all the way back, please. Let's go a bit forward. Yeah, thank you. How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul, honestly? Kepa goes long to Havertz. Is he going to control it? No. Gyökeres gets it. Yes. It's a foul. That's a foul. Yellow card. Yes, finally, Kusanov gets a yellow. Finally. Oh my God, that was bad. Is there a chance he could get a red card? Please tell me yes. No. Yeah, no, yellow card is correct, to be fair. Good. Now one defender in each team has a yellow card. The problem is that the defender who has a yellow card from their team relies more on pace to defend. So you don't get like a lot of situations where you tackle and potentially give a foul. Whereas the guy on the yellow card for us is a left back who has to commit, who has to get into battles constantly with his winger. Anyways, free kick for Arsenal. On the right flank, Declan Rice is going to cross it in. Come on, Declan Rice, put a good cross, please. Good cross in. Oh. Clears by City. Back to Ben White. Ben White back to Kepa. Kepa hoofs it long. Gyökeres. Oh! He went in, but Nathan Ake put in a very good tackle and put it out for the throw. Sheesh. It was onside. Throw in for Arsenal. Obviously, Declan Rice is going to take it long. Declan Rice throws it in long. Semenyo clears it. Zubimendi heads it back. Cleared. It goes back to Ben White, who's going to go back all the way to Kepa. Kepa, take your time. Yeah, Kepa takes it long. Who's there? Gabriel is there. Oh my God. Gabriel puts his arm on Nunes and Our players need to know these guys are going to fall easily for anything. You put a finger on them, they're going to fall. They've been instructed to. Ah, 33 minutes, almost 34 minutes, and it's still 0-0. Could have been 1-0, man. That Havertz chance, I hope it doesn't come back to haunt us. Gabriel, why is he all the way up there with Shirky? What the? Oh my god, they almost made a mistake, but they got out of the press by fluke. They're counter-attacking. Zubimendi's with Nico O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Doku. Doku up against Ben White. Out to Bernardo Silva. Crossed in, but Gabriel is gonna win it. Nice one, Rice. Back to Hincapié, who clears it long. Kusanov heads it. Rice. Gabriel clears it long. That was a foul, no? Bro, I felt like that was a foul by Bernardo Silva again. Rodri. Nico O'Reilly, back to Rodri. Declan Rice is going to win that. Yes, Trossard. Trossard to Gyökeres. Gyökeres, use your body. Use your body. Nice. Man, Hincapié couldn't even commit to win that ball because of the yellow card. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. Nice. Don't foul him. Nice one, Zubimendi. To Saka. Nice. Let's go. Can some of our players come forward now, please? Some of our players come forward, please. And corner for Arsenal. Corner for Arsenal. Saka, please take a proper cross now. I beg you. I beg you. The first corner was abysmal. Corner for Arsenal to be taken by Saka. Come on, Saka, please. A good cross. Saka crosses in. I think it's a better cross. Oh, Hincapié heads it out. I feel like I'm too zoomed in. Let me zoom out a bit. Yeah, much better. Gay sitting in the stands along with Guardiol and Rico Lewis and Ruben Diaz and Max Elaine and Nipan. Saliba's done really well against Haaland. Oh, that actually was a foul, but the referee gave advantage. I'm telling you, this game is going to end with like 65% possession City or 60% possession City. And I don't care if we end up winning. I don't care. Yeah. Everyone, it was kind of predictable, Aaron. It was going to be KG for sure. Both teams are obviously going to be scared of losing. So they are going to be quite defensive in their approach. I thought City might take, like when it's 0-0, I thought City might take a few more risks, but they haven't done that so far. We've had the best chance in the match so far with that Havertz chance, but since then, nothing major. Rodri in a dangerous position. Through ball to Semenyo, who's in against Gabriel. Gabriel does well to block. Gyökeres passes it back to Gabriel, who goes long, but there's nobody there. Nobody there. This is the kind of approach of football, for me at least, for Arsenal, that'll piss me off if we lose. Like if we lose and we attack and we try, I'd be a lot more accepting. I'd say, hey, look, we tried, we went for it. The other team was better. If we end up losing the game, playing this football style for majority of the match, I'll be a lot more furious. Semenyo against Nkapia again. He's gonna obviously roast him. He's going to roast him for sure. Crosses in, but it's out for a goal kick. Terrible cross. "40 minutes and it's still 0-0. No shots on target, honestly, outside the Arsenal shots. I think so. Yeah. Have they had a shot on target? Bro, we need to be careful with these passes, man. Semenyo almost caught that, bro. Semenyo almost managed to intercept that pass by Gabriel. Arsenal in possession now. Bro, we have possession in our final third. We are not able to get out of the press. They're not even pressing us like hardcore, like, oh, charging on our man. They're just standing there, just standing in a line of 4, trying to intercept the passes in between. Finally, Kepa does something different. Place it long to Ben White. Ben White plays it long. Saka's going to win that, hopefully. That's a foul! How is that not a foul? Are you serious? We got the ball back, but still, such an obvious foul. Ake took Saka in front of the ref and threw him down the ground with both hands. Doku up against Saliba. It's a counter-attack for City. And it's out for a City corner. That's a joke, bro. That was such a clear foul. They play it short for some reason. Saka up to Shirky. Shirky crosses in. And that's to no one. Oh my god. Nobody went for the ball far post. Bernardo Silva gets it. Up against Trossard. Back to Matheus Nunes, who's going to cross it in. Dangerous cross cleared by Hincapie. Hincapie up against Doku. My god, that's even worse. Please don't foul him. Doku takes a shot, but it's blocked. Back to Bernardo Silva, who plays it back to Matheus Nunes, who goes back to Bernardo Silva on the wing. He's going to cross it in. Oh my god. Cleared. Nice. Oh my god. We almost started a counter, but then Trossard couldn't control it. Shirky with the ball. We win the ball. Nice. Oh my god! We almost started another counter and Rice played a bad pass. Shirky up against Rice. No city play inside the box. So weird. And they circulate the ball back. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, Aaron, honestly, man. I have no idea what we're doing. Like, I understood at the 22nd, 23rd minute, I understood why we were sitting back. I completely got that. Bernardo Silva in our box against Declan Rice. He couldn't get past him, so he goes back. Shirky up against Saliba. Oh my god, they almost scored, but they missed. Semenya, good work on the right. Puts in a cross a bit too high for Haaland of all people. Imagine, even for Haaland, that was too high. I don't know why Saliba was out as a left back. I get it's from the corner and he didn't get time to get back into position. Semenya with a good cross. Haaland leaps but couldn't get it on target. This half is going to end 0-0, obviously. I think he'll barely give a minute stoppage time. Because I don't think there's been any stops. There's been any. We're not even winning the second balls, man. Yeah, 1 minute, exactly. See, there you go. He's given 1 minute stoppage time. There's hardly been any stoppage. You'll have to excuse me, guys, at halftime. I just need to run to the washroom. I'm dying to pee. Arsenal better in the first half of the first half. Man City better in the second period. Yeah, I agree. 100%. They grew into the game. I think we sat back a lot, too much, in my opinion. Nico Riley turns past Saka. He's running in, but Saka catches up. And Saka. Oh, halftime. Halftime, 0-0, guys, as expected. Not the greatest half. I mean, the highlight of the half is us missing a sitter when Trafford made like 2-3 consecutive saves in that one attack. Outside that, nothing, to be honest. I'm gonna be back, guys. I just need to run to the washroom. I wanted to see if T can join now, so I can pause, but I don't think he's gonna join. Okay, I'll be back, guys. I just need to run to the washroom. Hey guys, sorry, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Big up polemicist, who's here, who says we allow them to do too much, man. Yeah, look, I agree. Look, guys, this is another thing that I've said. This is why another one of the reasons why I've said I don't think we win this final, and this is why I'm also skeptical of winning the Champions League, because I think when you play in a final, you need to be able to attack. You need to have that confidence to go for the game, and we did it in the first 10-15 minutes when we were trying to catch City off guard by playing the long ball. But at some point, that's going to be like found out, and you're not going to be able to do it all match. So all you have to change it up a bit, and that means committing players forward. That means pressing. I know I say the same thing. I sound like a broken record, but it is what it is. Like when it's the same thing that's happening again and again, I have to say it. Um, the reality is, like, I think we started off well, and then there was from the 20th minute or so, I think there was like a period of 5 minutes where I was okay with us setting, not even five, maybe 10 minutes of us like sitting back. I did complain after like 5 minutes, but it is what it is. 10 minutes, we sat back, fine. We let them have some possession. They didn't do anything threatening with it, to be honest, um, until obviously that last header by Haaland. But I think after like 10 minutes of them controlling the ball and having all the possession, we should have tried to come out a bit more. The issue is twofold. One is when we have possession and we start from the back, from the goal kick, they don't even press us. They just come in a line of four that stands right there, and for whatever reason, that causes our brains to stop working. When we can try to play a ball over the top, maybe if the fullbacks push out wide, maybe Kepa can ping that ball over that pressing four, and we are able to go out and attack. Or if we have the quality to like play through the four to a midfielder waiting, that's fine as well. I know, even though it's obviously kind of risky, or just maybe ping it over them and gets one of the midfielders to get it, and we go on attack. Because City are basically pressing with four and leaving the entire the remaining six outfield players at the back, because they're like, okay, if Arsenal go long, we have six players to help win that ball. So we need some players in the middle, like Zubimendi, for example. Maybe like Saka can tuck in, or Havertz as well, and just win that ball and hopefully help us counter. And we haven't done that well. We haven't done well. There's been barely any good movements, like um, from our midfielders when we have possession. And then the second issue is when they have the ball, I don't think we press them quick enough. I get that we're scared of their counterattacks and stuff, but honestly, if we are not good at dealing with their counterattacks, no team in Europe would be. Right? Madrid has done a good job against them when there were moments when Madrid would like press decent and stuff, and they still dealt with all the counterattacks. I mean, how many goals did City scored against Madrid? One, which was at the Etihad. So yeah, we need to do a lot better. I can't believe like our best, like outside the Havertz chance, we were most threatening like from the corners, and even the corners, like what Hincapié hit it over the bar. I think some of the other corners, set pieces, were cleared by Semenyo or whoever the hell was there. Yeah, it's not good. Honestly, it's not good. We need to pick it up for sure. If we don't pick it up, we will be in trouble. If we give the same level of possession to City in the second half, they have players that could eventually score from half a moment. But yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know. Madrid sliced them. Semenyo first touch is horrible. Yeah, I agree. And that's another thing. We need to switch Hincapié at halftime, because I think Semenyo is going to keep going at him again and again and again. Give Calafiori that game, and Calafiori anyways is better on the ball. And it'll just give us a better chance at defending Semenyo, where we don't have to worry about putting in a tackle. Shirky thinks he's messy. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done anything this first half, in my opinion. Ever since Hincapié got the yellow, he played scared, and that's why Pep overloading that side with Shirky. Yeah, 100% makes sense. That's smart. I think Trafford will win them this game. I hope not. I mean, that save he made from Havertz, I don't even want to say that's a good save. I think that was a bad miss by Havertz. Genuinely, you go 1-on-1 like that on your strong left foot. You should never be missing that. You should never be missing that chance when you go like 1-on-1 that way. He had the option to square it to Trossard. He had the option to square it to Gyökeres. If you're not sure, you could score. Oh, man. Frustrating. Honestly, frustrating. Frustrating. Could have been 1-0 up and then defending that same way. I'd be fine with it. The problem is that we are also not a team that is designed or set up well to counterattack. So when you sit back like that, you have to at least have good options to counterattack. And counterattacking, by the way, means you counterattack from the middle, not just from the wings. Because when you counterattack from the wings, it's easier to defend. Because the team can just overload players on that wing that you're attacking from and force you to like play the wrong pass, or just they end up outnumbering you and winning the ball. We have to be able to counterattack from the middle as well. And we're not set up to do that well, which is why I'm saying we need to press a lot more and try to keep possession and play through the middle. And we have players who can do it. It's so frustrating that we don't train to play that kind of a style. That's just what it is. In the training ground, we clearly don't train to keep possession in the middle of the pitch against all pressure. We don't do that. Big up Hyper Protagonist who says Ashraf TV back again like a blood clot, Jen. Yeah, it's been back for a while. I've been doing a lot of watch-alongs, to be honest. I just cannot do like the 8 p.m. games, 8 p.m. UK, because it's like 12 a.m. for me here. Especially on a day where I have work the next day. It's not easy. But I mean, it's quite difficult, obviously. But if it's a Premier League weekend game and Saad is not streaming, I'd probably, if Saad's streaming, I join him in his watch-along. Calafiori would lock up Semenyo. I mean, hopefully, yeah. I mean, Calafiori is obviously a good defender, and he's gonna play with less pressure because he'll get in with no yellow card, and he's better on the ball for us anyways when we're trying to build from the back and carry the ball forward. I would make that I would make that change instantly at halftime. Honestly, I wouldn't wait. I genuinely wouldn't wait. And then save some of the other changes for later. The problem is that I'm thinking like there are certain players that we could bring on, but maybe Martinelli for Trossard if Trossard doesn't pick it up. I don't even know if I can blame our attackers, because we didn't get out enough, in my opinion, to even say, okay, the attackers did this or made the wrong choice or made the right choice. We had 39.5% possession in the first half, but we had 5 shots to their 2. Honestly, though, the 5 shots, like 3 of them, I think were at Havertz's chance itself, and then 1 was, I think, the Hincapié. 3 on target to City 0. Again, I think all 3 were that one chance, that one attack. Both had 1 clear-cut chance. I don't know if you can call the Haaland one a clear-cut chance, but anyways, 1 out of 6 successful crosses, 1 out of 4. We've had 1 out of 4 successful dribbles. They've had 6 out of 9. Obviously, that's probably spread between Semenyo and Doku, or maybe like Shirky in there as well. That's another thing. We don't attack. We don't take enough risks even with dribbles. That's the annoying part. Even with dribbles, we don't take enough risks. They've attempted 9 dribbles. We've attempted 4. And they've completed 6 out of those 9. Whereas we completed 1. That's embarrassing. Would Martinelli instead of Trossard be better for counters? Not if we're going to counter that way. If we're going to counter through the middle, then yeah, probably. Because then Martinelli will be free to make that run from the wing inside. But if we're only going to counter always from the outside, it won't work. Because the one who's going to carry the counter is Martinelli, and he sucks at that. Martinelli is someone who's good at receiving passes from behind the counter, not carrying the ball and leading the counter. Bro, our passing accuracy has been 73% in the first half. I'm just seeing it now in BN Sports. City had 89%. It's horrendous, honestly, from us. Horrendous from a team that's supposed to be so good at keeping the ball against a Man City team that's not even at their best, honestly. We don't have the press organized. City second halves are normally not that strong. Yeah, hopefully they get gassed out and we end up coming out a lot better. We do need someone like a Max Dauman as well in the middle to try and create some sort of magic, like and help us get the ball more through the middle. Man, I'm seeing that chance again. Yeah, it was three chances. Yeah, there you go. Three shots, all on target, all saved by Trafford. All of them. First, it was the Havertz one. And then Saka hits the rebound. And then Saka goes for it again and again, blocked by Trafford. Terrible, man. There's the long one where we gave the long ball to Gabriel, who heads it to Gyökeres, and Gyökeres didn't use his body well, to be honest. He shouldn't have controlled it. He should have just ran with it and used his body to shield Nathan Ake. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I don't have a good feeling about this. I didn't have a good feeling about this for a month. All Arsenal fans have been calling me negative because I said I don't think we'll win. I wonder if they'll apologize to me if I'm right. I hope I'm wrong, honestly. I'm not someone who takes pride in his team losing. Definitely not. Not like certain people who I'm pretty sure enjoy their team losing because then they can try to say, oh, look, I was right all along. The players are coming back, or at least they're in the tunnel, so they're going to come back. I wish we don't play the same way in the second half. I'm telling you guys, like any time we sit back for that long, doesn't matter if we have the best defense in Europe. Like you could have the best defense in Europe, and if you sit back for majority of the game, the other team could be shit in attack, and they could just put in a flukish cross that gets a flukish header, and they score from, like Wolves did against us home and away. I wonder if Tom Little is playing with his PlayStation again. I don't get that reference, Aaron. I'm assuming it's a joke with something that was said about Tom Little, maybe in a stream. The players are back on the pitch, or at least coming out of the tunnel now. Seems like no changes for Arsenal. I don't see Calafiori. I think Hincapié is still on. God, if Hincapié is on, I think that is. OMG, you not seen what happened? No, I haven't seen what happened. What happened, Aaron? Tell me. Enlighten me. Let me laugh a little bit. Let me laugh a little. Yeah, I think Hincapié is still there. Where is he? Wait, I don't see Hincapié. No, I see Hincapié. There you go. Oh my god, he brought on Hincapié, man. Basically, it looked like Tom was playing with himself live on. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I'm assuming then that it turns out he was playing uh PS, or he had a joystick in his hand. Not that joystick. I mean like an actual gaming joystick. I'm assuming that's what happened. That is mad. That's crazy. It's still unclear. Oh god. Damn. Is it the one that had, because I didn't watch the whole stream, is it the one with Terry, Staffy, and Don? Because if it was, what would he even be? Oh my, I don't even want to think about that, man. Yeah, City back in possession, guys. Oh my god, I didn't even start the timer. I was doing so well. Let's start it at 46. With Hussam on there. Oh, so if Hussam was there, then I'm assuming it was not the straight fact show. I like this a lot more. So City had the ball, and we actually were pressing them in their half, and they were forced to play the ball long, and we ended up winning it back. Okay, better start, but I hope it's not just a thing we're doing in the first 2 minutes. See again, Kepa keeping the ball for too long. What is going on? They're not gonna press you, bro. It's obvious. They're not gonna press you. Play to Ben White. This also is an instruction from Arteta. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. He told him, "Hey, frustrate them, keep the ball. It's fine." Oh, now Doku is pressing, and now Semenyo is pressing as well. Nkapie. Havertz win it. And we just lost it. This is the thing. I think they also know, like, okay, if Arsenal play long, who's going to win the long ball? Gyökeres not good at it. Havertz might win the header, but he doesn't actually aim someone. Oh my God, they're in. Crossed in. And it goes out to the far post. Back with Bernardo Silva. Back to Doku. Doku back to Silva with the ball. Nico Riley against Saka. Shirky. Shirky. Oh, thank God. Kepa gets it. Can we counter that quickly then, since clearly we're not going to be able to beat the press? Gyökeres. Nice one. Man, I think that's offside. I think that's offside. Gyökeres is still on the ball. Corner. Yes, corner, and this time from the Declan Rice side. So hopefully a better cross. Ooh, that actually wasn't a corner. I mean, he's given a corner, but it shouldn't have been. It hit Havertz last. That's mad. I hope we score from it. I don't care about the controversy. I don't care about the controversy. Declan Rice crosses in. Cleared. I guess no controversy. Ben White heads it back. Matthew Nunes place it long. Doku. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Stupid Kepa came out to get it. Was a long ball to Doku. Kepa came out to clear it. Misjudged it. Almost lost it. Doku ran past him and he holds Doku and fouls him. Luckily, the referee gave a yellow card, not a red card. Which I think is the right decision anyways, because if Doku shot the ball, it was not going to go in. Ben White was covering the angle. It was from the other extreme angle. And gets a stupid yellow card. Coming out was the right choice, but he should have come out earlier so he could have headed the ball out. I hope it doesn't go to VAR. It should definitely not be a red card because there was no angle to score. Semenyo is going to take the cross. Dangerous cross. Just outside the penalty box from the left side. From the left wing for City. It's going to be an inward swing. Cross. He might even take a shot straight at goal from there. Semenya. Bro, that was a shit free kick. It went out for a goal kick. Oh, damn it. Bro, we need some changes, honestly. We need some changes. Declan Rice. It was going to be offside, Saka. The amount of city workers, I can't handle them. Yeah. Yeah, JT. Thank you for joining. There are a lot of city workers, honestly. And if we end up losing this game, nobody's even going to be talking about Spurs potentially Spurs potentially getting relegated and getting humiliated at home to Forest. It's going to be forgotten about because we're going to be the talk of the next 2 weeks since it's international break. Zubimendi almost won that ball, bro. Man, I'm not gonna lie, we also miss Timber. Especially given that we're not even playing attacking football. If we're playing attacking football, I'd say, you know what? Fair enough. Ben White gives us the attacking bit, which is what he did in the first half, right? That goal, the chance we missed from Havertz came from Ben White. Ben White playing that ball. But now that we're playing this shitty defensive football, I wish we at least had Timber, who's good in the air, good in one-on-ones. The Capello is insane. No, Doku literally holding him. Nah, JT. It's not. If I'm being honest, like, he misjudged the ball. Doku had the run in. The only thing is Doku was not even running inside goal. He was running on the flank. Oh no. Oh my god, Shirky almost. Oh, Haaland. Oh, thank God. Trossard. Shirky. Rodri takes a shot but blocked. Bruh, this is honestly terrible to watch. I can't believe we're letting this City team that's inferior to us dominate the game this way. By the way, this is also why I said whoever loses this game, right, will probably not lose the game at the Etihad. Because let's say we lose this game right now, Arteta's going to go into the second game at the Etihad saying, bruh, we defended, it didn't work, it was so bad, we need to attack. Doesn't matter. Look at that. We cannot get out of our half. Instead of clearing the ball all the way to their area, to their half, to their goalkeeper, and then pressing them there so they cannot come back in. Nah. We want to build from the back and transition when we're not used to it. We're not built for that. Bro, they're having all the possession. It's disgusting. The Kepa, I think structure-wise, we play amazing. I don't even think we play too defensive. The attackers feel like they're just... Semenya takes a shot. It's out for a goal kick. Thank God Semenya has been crap so far, except for that one chance in the first half. I don't even think... We are playing too defensive. What do you mean, JT? How are you saying that? We're literally sitting... Bro, they're having like 60... 61, 62% possession, and in the second half it's been almost like 100%. And we're just sitting back and watching them play. And when we get the ball, we're not even clearing it well and then going to press so that they cannot come back in our half. We're trying to play each shot and beat the press, and they're obviously going to win the ball back because every one of their places in our own freaking defensive third. See, now we have the ball. Kepa has the ball. Again, it's the same thing. They're standing in the line of 4, and Kepa is just standing on the ball. Bruh, honestly, so far, even though it's 0-0, look, and they even win the header, it's a counter-attack for Doku now. So bad, honestly, so bad. Oh, shit. Oh, thank God, blocked by... Havertz loses the ball. Back for Rodri. So bad. I can't believe Arteta saw what he saw in the first half and did not figure out, okay, guys, turns out they're pressing us with 4 men and standing there. We don't know how to get out of that of our goal kicks. Here's what we're going to do different. Nothing different so far. We try to get out, they win the ball back. And Nketiah is actually getting frustrated and tackling now, and he's going to get a yellow card at this rate. Can you get out and press them now? This is when you press them. Come on. Press. Press. Saka, get out. Press. Declan Rice, get out. Zubimendi, get out. Nice. Finally. Finally. Finally, the ball has gone to Trafford. Finally. Finally. Haaland. Haaland and Saliba gets it. Thank God. My God. What are we doing? Nketiah, please, someone take him off, bro. Someone take him off. He's tackling and he's almost giving away fouls. Please take him off. Crossed in. Cleared by Nketiah. Can we go press, please? Can we go press, please? Get out, Saka. Saka's playing like a centre back. Get out. Press Rodri, someone. My God, guys, I'm telling you. Why am I even getting frustrated? I said we're going to lose. And they scored. They scored. Kepa blundered. Kepa made a mistake, and they scored. I'm telling you, guys. I'm telling you. This is what happens. And I said that in the first half. I said when you sit back for so long, it doesn't matter if you have the best defense in the world. You could make a mistake and they score. Because you're under so much pressure, they could just put in a flukish cross and score. That's what happened. Flukish cross. Kepa gets the ball, goes through his hand accidentally, and Nico Riley scores. That's what I said. I said it. I said it. I'm not a football genius. All these guys who argue with me about our defensive style can go suck one. You can go, your mothers can get bent over. I don't care. Because it's stupid when people sit and argue about, I don't know defensive football. If you defend that way the whole game, it doesn't matter how good you are defensively. You could have Maldini and Nesta at the back in their prime. You could make a mistake. That's normal. That's normal. It happens to every team. It happens to Buffon as well. Stupidity, honestly, stupidity. Idiotic, honestly, so idiotic. So idiotic. I don't know why I'm at. I said we're going to lose this. I said, because I said they'll want it more, and nothing I've said so far has come incorrect. They have wanted it more. They have desired it more. They have been hungrier. And then you get more and others saying, actually, I think Arsenal will be hungrier because first in 6 years. Nobody knows how to analyze the game better than me. I don't give a shit how cocky and arrogant that sounds. This is why sometimes when people say something, sometimes I should go with the principle of don't argue with stupid people. Genuinely, anyone who says something stupid, don't argue with them. Just leave it. Just let it go. They 100% deserve it. 100%. We were not ready for this. We need this slapping, honestly. And watch how my prediction will come right. We will lose this, but we will not lose the game at the Etihad. Because that game, Arteta will say, bruh, we defended, we got bent over in the League Cup final. So I think, let's attack this game. And that's when we'll beat them. Or worst case scenario, get a draw at the Etihad. Even the commentator is saying it. He's like, Arsenal have defended too much in this game. As if we are West Ham. As if we are West Ham. Yes, JT, exactly. It looks like only one team got a pep talk. Pun intended. Or unintended, I don't know. And before people say shit like, oh, Kepa made a mistake. Shut the hell up. It means you don't know how to analyze football. If you think this is purely on Kepa, you don't know how to analyze football. Because that goal was coming. That goal is coming. When you sit back and defend all game, that happens. Mistakes happen. The greatest footballers of all time have made mistakes like that. The greatest defenders and goalkeepers of all time have made mistakes defending like that. He's bringing on Calafiori now. The son of a bitch, Mikel Arteta. Absolute son of a bitch. I'm telling you, I'm not biased. I will... Look, we lost the ball again. Counter-attack for Doku. Come on, score a second, finish it. So at least we can watch the rest of the game without hope. And they score 2-0. 2-0. There. Game over, guys. Game over. That's it. I said it was City's, to be honest. I said it was City. I'm telling you guys genuinely, and I'm not saying this out of emotion, so listen carefully with your ears before people say dumb shit and say, oh my god, you're being emotional, Ashraf. Yeah, if you think I'm being emotional, your mom can go suck it. So listen. Arteta is a good coach, and I always maintain that, and I'll always keep saying it. But I'll always despise him for the way he plays, for the way he manages, for his style. That'll never change. Even if we win the treble this season, the treble, like Champions League and the FA Cup, I'm still going to say his footballing managing style is not the way forward. It's not the way forward. I'm going to keep saying that. I can't wait, genuinely. I can't wait to go on Most Stream and all the others and tell them, hey, pussios, what happened to what you were saying? All the guys saying negative Arsenal fans, everyone. Ash Ketchum and all these other guys in the comments, Ash is just negative. How about, I'm sorry, Ash. Let us suck your dick, please, because turns out you know the truth. We don't. You actually know how to analyze the game. We don't. You actually watch football and you watch other leagues. I'll come and talk to them about, oh, PSG play good attacking football, Barcelona play attacking football, blah, blah. Oh, you're just a Barca glazer. Anyone who calls you Barca glazer anymore, your mom can go suck it, honestly. That's it. Game done. Game done. You absolute pussios. Game done, you absolute pussios. Don't even know who we took off, honestly. He took off Havertz and I think Hincapia probably. And now they have all the possession again. I'm telling you, it's done now. Khalas. Generally, bro, just take out some players and rest them. Don't risk injuries. Take off Rice for Norgard. Take off Rice. Take off. I don't know. Don't take off Saka because Saka, the bitch, doesn't deserve it. Just keep him. He's being crap anyways. Let him play. He gets injured. He gets injured. Who cares? Probably Dauman will play more games then. Take off Gabriel. Bring on Mosquera. Look, same thing. Goal kick. Gabriel on the ball. We're like, oh shit, what do we do? And we lost it. We don't, honestly, bro. We're so badly coached for counterattacks and everything else. So badly coached, it's crazy. Best defense in the world can defend 90% of the attacks. So the whole game you only defend, you'll still concede 10% of the goals more than your opponent. 100%. It's common sense. I'm telling you. Anyone who thinks, oh, you have that defense so you can defend, we cannot. It doesn't work that way. You could have the best defenders of all time. You could have Beckenbauer in his prime and Van Dijk in his prime and Ashley Cole in his prime, Maldini in his prime. If someone puts the cross, it doesn't matter who they are. The other team can win a header. That's how it works. If I take a semi-professional footballer who's got a decent height and I put in a cross and he goes up against Maldini, he can win 1 out of 10 headers. He can. You put me against Van Dijk. Okay, maybe not Van Dijk. Van Dijk is much taller than I am. You put me against, I don't know, who's a 6 foot. I'm not 6 foot. I'm less than 6 foot. But I don't know. Lisandro Martinez is obviously a much better footballer than I am. I will win some headers against Lisandro Martinez, even if he's better than me in everything in football. Because that's how it works. That's how it works. It's a game of margins. You could block 9 out of 10. You're not going to block 10 out of 10. To block 10 out of 10, you have to be lucky, like West Ham. And even West Ham conceded. Bernardo Silva scored that flukish goal. This is exactly what I said earlier. This is exactly what I said. When you defend that way, you're bound to concede some flukish goal. Some flukish goal. It could happen. Wolves did it against us. Wolves did it against us. Yeah, there, Madueke, absolute bum. Wolves did it against us home and away. Home and away. We just sat back. One cross goal. The only difference is it affected us in one game, it didn't affect us in the other. That's it. That's the only difference. Alhamdulillah, at least the quad conversations are gone. You see, even in my freaking title and the description, nothing, I didn't put the word quad at all. Oh, the manager has the players. Look at the players. The players are not good enough. The players. Yes, the players decided we just want to sit back. When Kepa kept his foot on the ball for so long, it's because the players, they went against the instructions of the manager and they said, we're not going to play it quick. The manager told us, move the ball quickly. We said, fuck you, Arteta. You can suck a dick. We're going to actually keep the ball. The players. It's not instructions from the manager to not lose the ball, to be careful, to build slowly. It's not. Even if we win the league this season, I'm telling you, and I stick with what I said. If we win the league this season, it's mainly because we deserve it. 100% we deserve it. But it's mainly because City have also been garbage. Because the better attacking team will always, not always, but majority of the times win the league. Now we have some possession. And people would say, because City sat back. No, because we actually are taking risks. There's a goal kick just now that we took. We played it through the middle, through the press to Declan Rice, who was under pressure, which was positions and situations we had in the first half. But now because we're losing, we said, screw it, might as well do it anyways. Bro, I swear to God, I'm not even joking. Because I know we're not going to win this game. I'd rather we don't score. Imagine you score and you give hope for no reason. Thank God. Headers straight to Trafford. Don't want us to score, honestly. And they have a counter, I think, because I'm hearing the fans. They're showing the replay. I don't know why. Okay. Might as well read some comments since I'm here. And the worst thing is we don't have it in us to come back from this kind of... Oh, of course not. Obviously not, JT. Will this affect you guys in the league? No, it won't. I said from before, I'm not changing my mind on that. I think whoever wins this was like it was going to do nothing for them in the league. If anything, this will probably rile us up more in the league. We'll probably attack Bournemouth better. We'll go to the City, to the Etihad and attack them a lot better because we played defensive and it didn't work. I hate Arteta, man. False hope manager. Yeah, the thing is, he's going to win the league this season. I think that people are going to overhype him as a manager. He's a good manager, whether we win the league or not. He's a good coach, but he's not an elite coach. Even if he wins the league this season, he's not an elite coach. I mean, let's be honest. We played one good game out of the last 10, maybe. That was the Leverkusen home game. I had hopes that was the turning point, but it was more of a fluke. Even Leverkusen, there were a lot of moments in the Leverkusen game where I would say we were not that great, to be honest. Nimbus the Cat predicted Man City to win. Bro, anyone could have predicted City to win and they would have been right. Yeah, I mean, the players aren't amazing, but the manager isn't setting them up to provide goals. I think the players, I disagree, JT, again and again. The players are fantastic, bro, because we've seen them in certain moments when they're attacking. They do a lot better in an open system. I disagree, Wiki. I think this, JT, I'm sorry to say this, bro, but this adds to the narrative. Don't add to the narrative of some idiots like Souls and others who say this garbage. Don't add to their narrative, please. Because they'll also start saying the same garbage. Our players aren't bad. Our players are actually really good. Saka was considered world-class up until the summer. Odegaard was considered world-class 2 years ago. Trossard has always been a clutch player off the bench, and sometimes he used to start and have good output. He was our best attacker in the first half of the season. Eze came with a big reputation. Everyone thought, oh, damn, what a signing that is for Arsenal. Eze's going to do well. Declan Rice gets GA and does well. Let's not do that. I've criticized Gyökeres. I've changed my mind on Gyökeres and said, yeah, you know what? Maybe he isn't that kind of striker that I thought he was. Look at that. We just played a beautiful one-touch pass between the press in the middle of the pitch. Beautiful. And we beat the press and came. Obviously, Madueke then loses the ball, but we did it in the 75th minute. I'm going to remember all this. So when people say that crap, I can read it out to them. Because we have nothing to lose now, so we're going for it. This is the mentality of how we should play every single game. But yeah. And this is what I'm saying, just to go back to what I was saying earlier. When we say things like, oh, the players aren't amazing, blah, 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 I think this is what feeds into that narrative. Because some idiots out there will say shit like, yeah, players are not good enough. Yeah. So that's why Arteta's playing this way. And probably Arteta is in social media reading that crap. I don't know. Either that or he's just a born coward in his own nature. Who knows? Look, 76th minute. Martinelli still warming up. Max Dauman is still not in. Jesus is still not in. Stupid, honestly. Nothing to do with the players. I promise you, nothing. Nothing. What's to do with the players is Havertz missing that chance, yes. But the playing style is on the manager 100%. You give the same team to Pep and just give him 2 weeks to train with them in the training ground. Watch how they start playing differently. He'll start punishing players for not attacking better and not taking risks. Versus Arteta, who punishes players for not defending well. That's the difference between the two managers. Ash, did you expect this? Stop making sense. If you have been watching my videos and the shows I've been in, Most Stream, the Kura Pod, from God knows when, I've always said that. Sam streamed before, I've always said City are winning this final. And you know I don't just say shit for the sake of it, because I do predict when Arsenal are going to do things. I do say it. When Arsenal are going to win, I always predict, yeah, I think we're going to win this game. I don't do like this reverse psychology crap. Anyone who thinks I'm doing reverse psychology like is an idiot. A blunder in attack is always better than a blunder in defense, 100%. And if they counter, and another thing, JT, if they counter, I think we have the defenders to deal with the counter. We made a mistake where they counter-attacked us and we got the ball back. Saliba got the ball from Haaland. The 2 goals they scored were from us sitting back. We have to sit on this humiliation for the next 2 weeks. Good. Good. I think we need it. I think we need it. If I was the Arsenal owner, I would tell all these fucking players, you better fake an injury and don't go to the international break. Oh, you don't go to the World Cup? Suck your mom. Don't go to the World Cup. I'm the one paying you. You sit your ass here and you're going to train on how to attack. And I'll go to Arteta and I'll slap his head and I'll say, you train them on how to attack for the next 2 weeks. No more defensive game. No more. We're going to go back. With Arteta, you have to go to such an extreme and you'll probably land in the middle. Go to such an extreme where he'll say, guys, attackers never come back ever. And defenders, you just sit back and defend all game. That's it. You go to that extreme, probably by default, they'll play a more attacking game and a more balanced game. Genuinely thought we'd win it. Oh, similar, genuinely, I thought we'd lose it. And I've had very little belief that we'd win it, honestly. Like less than 10%. And imagine it's a final. I'm supposed to say 50-50. And I still had less than 10% hope. Ash, will this have an impact? I already answered this, Mobishiki. It definitely, I don't think it will. As I said, I actually think it'll have the opposite effect. Where I think it'll have the opposite effect where I think when we go to play the Etihad, they'll be scarred by this and they'll attack more by default. Especially if we have an 8 points gap. They'll probably think even if we lose, it's fine. So they'll attack more. But we need to win against Bournemouth for that to happen. I thought we would take it to penalties at least. I guess I have... What? Why? Guys, that is such weird... Like, if you think we're going to sit back for the whole game and keep a 0-0, you're basically saying you want the thing with the lowest probability out there to happen. Because that's like a 10% probability, by the way, of you sitting back all game and keeping 0-0 against City. If you say the players are good enough, I'm with you. But saying the players are amazing is too far. They are amazing, though. JT, is Saka world class or not? Did Gyökeres come with the reputation of one of the best strikers in the world or not? Did Eze come in with a massive reputation and one of the best 10s in the league or not? So how could you say they're this good? They're not good. How are they? Bro, some of these players were better than Semenyo before the season started. What are we doing? What are we doing? They are amazing. They're being constricted by our shitty football. Some things are on the players, don't get me wrong. I think when we get those chances and we miss them, that's on the players. But when we don't create enough chances, that's not on the players, bro. The risky passes we just took now in the last 10 minutes in the middle. Look, another counter-attack, Saliba gets it, deals with it. Why? Because he's a world-class defender. So he can deal with counter-attacks. Look, and Mobishiki trying to gaslight now. Saka has never been world-class. As if Saka has not been one of the best wingers of the last 3-4 years. Stop with that garbage, bro. Stop with that garbage. As if Saka has not been averaging 25-30 GA per season over the last 4 years. Honestly, such garbage opinions. This is what I'm saying. This is what feeds the narrative. This is what feeds the Arteta sexual brigade, right? That actually start feeding into this. Yeah, the players are not good enough. That's why Arteta's playing this way, because he has no choice. And it probably reaches the club, and Arteta thinks, oh, I am doing a very good job, very good job. Ridiculous, bro. When PSG and all these teams attack the way they are, it has nothing to do with the players they have. You think it's Barcola and Doué and Dembele's brilliance when they stand up front in a out wide when their team is defending. You think that's their intelligence? That they're just standing up front, standing there spread out wide, waiting for the counter-attack. That's managerial instructions. Enrique used to do that with Barcelona as well, with MSN. Pep has done that many times with his teams. I'm not saying all our attackers are amazing, but we have a lot of amazing attackers. Saka, Eza, Odegaard back then. Maybe Odegaard, I know now, has dipped. And even that, I can maybe relate some of it back to Arteta. Eza, obviously. Trossard is a very good striker. Left winger. Gyökeres came in as a top quality striker. Everyone wanted him. For me, the most insane thing is we looked like clearly better team in the first half. What? No, we didn't. That's a lie. Outside the Havertz stands, what did we have? That's it. We were the worst team in the first half. What are you on about, JT? You were cooking until you put Saka and World-Class in the same sentence. No, I wasn't. I still continued the cooking. I've cooked so well. I've cooked a freaking 5-star meal. Saka was world-class. Let's not lie now. And rivals were saying it, not just me and Arsenal fans. I honestly think Arsenal got very lucky that every team is trash this season. In the league, I think, not in the Champions League. We played against amazing teams and we slapped them. In the league, yes. In the league, we have been lucky that there's been no challenger. We can say we deserve to win the league and that we are lucky that no other challenger has been there. Both can exist. People get defensive. I get you. On paper, the players are amazing. The fact is they aren't, and that's on the manager. Yeah, exactly. They're not performing amazing. I know that. I never once said they are playing amazing. They're not playing amazing. I'm saying they're amazing players. They're amazing players who are playing like crap because of the system. Some probably are playing bad regardless of the system. I'll give you that. But it's not the whole team. It's not the whole attack. That's a lie. 84th minute. Why has he brought on Max Daumann? I gave up and I said leave the game. Take out your best players. Fine. Has he given up as well? If he hasn't given up, why isn't he bringing in Max Daumann then? Some Arsenal players leaving. Rightly so. What, 5 minutes left? We're not going to score 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. I don't even know. I'm only doing a watch-along for you guys, I swear to God. If this drops below like 4 viewers, I'm definitely going to end it. There's no point. What are your honest thoughts? No banter. Give me an... I already did, Hussam. I gave the analysis like for so long that my chest hurts from the analysis. This is 100% on the manager and no one else but the manager. You can blame Havertz for the one-on-one miss. That's fine. He should have scored. But then players miss. You can blame Kepa for the mistake, but the players make that mistake. When you sit back and soak up that much pressure, you're liable to make these mistakes. That's normal. That happens in every team in the world. Every team. We made the same mistake against Wolves twice, home and away. We made the same mistake against... I remember Liverpool last season when they drew at our ground. We were sitting back. They got a corner, they scored from it. That happens to every team. That's not an excuse for you to not attack, to not come out, to not play. Because you're putting your team under pressure by doing that. Look at us. we're actually playing now much better because we have nothing to lose. And people will say, well, you have to do that now because you have no choice. We have no choice. We should go with the mentality that we have no choice from minute one. Maybe against City, we don't go gung-ho. I never said that. I said it's a good thing we sat back a little bit in the first half, in those 5-10 minutes, from the 20th minute to the 25th, 27th minute. But then we overdo it. 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 And that's been the theme of Arsenal. And I wish I could say we need this. We need this to learn. We will not learn because we did this against United. We did this against Liverpool. We did this against Forest. We didn't learn. We continued. We almost scored. We hit the crossbar. We kept making these mistakes again and again and again. And every time I said, we'll learn from it. Now we didn't learn from it. I thought against Leeds and Sunderland, I'm like, wow, he actually learned from the United defeat. It really hurt him. Finally, he's changed. Finally, he's actually learned how to win championships and win games. But it didn't. He actually went back to default. I've seen this rage bait question so many times and celebrated. First time on the receiving end, it does suck. Yeah, I know Hassan was trying to rage bait, but it is what it is. I still answered honestly. Arteta should be ashamed. He won't be. He thinks this is the way to win. He'll probably think, oh, if it wasn't out for the Kepa mistake and the Havertz miss, we would have won. Basically, we need to score every chance we get, according to Arteta. We have to have 100% conversion. Come on, make it 3 and humiliate us, I guess. And when I say we will learn from this for the City game, I only mean for the City game only, not for the other games. Like when we play Bournemouth, when we play Newcastle, when we play all these other teams, I don't think we'll play attacking football. I think we'll play defensive football then. It's okay, Ash. The league's the best it's ever been. You guys have an incredible team in history, the second most open play goals, and Kepa's playing. It's okay. I mean, the league is quite competitive, to be honest, but it is 100% the truth that part of the reason why we're winning the league this season is because City and Liverpool have been crap. That's the truth. Nobody can gaslight me into thinking anything else. Arsenal are pacing towards getting 84, 85 points. That's the lowest. If we get 84 points, that's the lowest points tally since the Leicester City season. If we get 85 points, that's the second lowest points tally since the Leicester season. And the only one lower than that would be Liverpool last season, that already wrapped up the league way earlier because they had no challenger. Shirky coming off. Did I even put 2-0? I did put 2-0. It's okay. Honestly, Aqsam Billah, guys, I'm actually not that mad anymore. Now I've gone back to acceptance. I already accepted we're not winning this. And this is why I've been saying it for a month. And people have been calling me negative. Oh, you're doing reverse psychology. As if I've done that with every other game we've played. And then you'll have idiots saying, oh, I don't want to see this player playing again. I don't want to see this player playing again. I don't want to see this player start a game again. I don't want to see this player play in this position again. Because it's the players, guys. The players are not good enough. Stupidity. Wasn't that a handball? Honestly, I don't care anymore. No Gehi, no Diaz. Bro, we were more affected, honestly. We were more affected by no Ben White, no Eza, no Odegaard. And I'm telling you, they would not have... When I watch the tactics, I'll tell you they would not have made a difference. If we played differently, I would have said maybe they would have made a difference. But Eza would not make a difference defending. If anything, Eze probably would make us worse defensively than Havertz would. It's okay. I'm at the stage of acceptance now. See, Martinelli displayed a shitty pass. That's on Martinelli. That has nothing to do with Arteta, right? Because Martinelli was in a good attacking place, could have done something else. He was in a good position where there was a lot of other options. He made a bad pass. That's on Martinelli. So you see, I can differentiate. That you can say, oh, the player is not good enough. That's why when I said amazing, I never mentioned Martinelli in the amazing list. But when we talk about the style, because every team in the world misses chances. Every team in the world will make mistakes going forward and at the back. Every team in the world will have blunders. The reason why you play proper attacking football is because even though you'll miss and you'll miss and you'll miss, you're playing on probabilities. If I get 10 big chances or 10 proper chances in a game, I might miss 6, but I'll score 4. I watch Barcelona almost every game. I've watched PSG before, like up until last season last season. I was watching PSG almost every week, at least 30 games a season. And I'm telling you, they miss so many chances. It's mad. Who's missed the most big chances in the league this season? Man City. And yet, they're one of the best attacking teams. I know I think, have a better goals scored now, but that's only because they've played one game less. I think when they play Palace, they'll probably win. Look, they're even printing City because khalas, they know the game is done. They're literally ingraining Man City in. I mean, they have to be honest. It's only 30 seconds. And then the idiot Souls is like, Madueke gets in, Saka's too slow to come to the ball. I feel sick. Yeah, Saka is the reason we lost today, guys. Honestly, congrats, Man City. I will say this. One thing that I'm not glad that we lost. I'm super pissed off that we lost. But one thing I am glad about is I'm glad that we got a humbling lesson today that attacking football is what wins you tournaments. There, halftime, full time, I mean. Attacking football is what wins you tournaments, not defensive football. And this is why I always maintain we're not going to win the Champions League. Will we make it to the final? Maybe. But I don't, probably, in fact. I think we're favorites to make it to the final. Because I think Barca, even though I think attacking football wins you things, but it's just that I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't want to watch us celebrate, honestly. Definitely don't want to watch us celebrate. Even though attacking football wins you games more often, and I've said that before, but I think the problem with Barcelona is that they're too exposed defensively that while I think we will concede, in fact, I'm sure we'll concede, but at the same time, I think we will score a lot because of how bad they are defensively. And even then, I wouldn't be shocked if they knock us out. I don't think it's like a 80-20. I think it's like 60-40 for Arsenal. But if we play the finals against a PSG or a Bayern or a Madrid, I definitely think we lose. I wish we don't play Madrid because the one thing some Arsenal fans actually no, I wish we play Madrid so that in case we win, great. But if we lose, that garbage stat about we've never lost to Madrid, that celebration of that crap will go away. Tell them Ashraf, defense wins you titles. It's a myth. It used to be a real thing. Stop making sense. Back then, when football was a lot more open and all teams would attack and attackers wouldn't track back as much, and you would have big gaps in the middle because 3-4 attackers would be like standing front waiting. They wouldn't track back as much. It would be just defenders defending most of the time. That's when defense made a difference because your defenders had to defend really well. Now most teams defend as a unit. So now defense doesn't win you titles anymore because every team can defend that well. Right? Now the teams that make the difference are teams that attack better because that's a difference maker now. Because now everyone plays on a low block. Everyone plays defensive, including teams that are about to win the league, hopefully like Arsenal. Even we play a defensive game. So attack is the one that wins you games. And that's factually proven 1,000,001 times. That's factually proven again and again and again and again and again and again. Honestly. Ridiculous. I'm glad Sad and Souls watch the game together so they can sulk together. I think Fergie meant it as you need a great defense, not necessarily the best. We always had great attacks. Yeah, maybe. I don't think register, Kev. I think he meant it as in like you have to have a good attack, but it's more important to have one of the best defenses. But anyways, even if he didn't mean it that way, the point is it was more applicable back then. It's definitely not applicable anymore. That is a myth. It's long gone. Now to win trophies at the highest level, you have to have a good attack. You have to be the best, one of the best attacking teams. And this is why I keep, because people will come to me like brain dead idiots at the end of the season in Solo when we win the league, and they'll say, well, you won the league and you don't have the best attack, or you don't play the best attacking football. And they'll ignore what I've been saying since the summer, not now, since the summer, that we can win the league with this style if Liverpool and City are both shit. And guess what? They've both been shit this season. They've both been shit. Obviously, we gave City their first trophy in 2 years. Well deserved, honestly. When you play attacking football, you're bound to win things. You're bound to win things. I think if you win the league, which looks likely, Arteta might keep same style thinking it worked. Yeah, probably. But this is why, look, I don't care about next season, because if we win the league this season, even if we finish 6th next season, I'm still going to be celebrating this season's league because it's the first in 22 years. And that's why I care about it less. But if you tell me, hey, can you give your opinion about next, let's say you win the league this season, can you give your opinion about what do you think will happen next season? I'll tell you 100% we're not winning it. Because we're going to play the same style, and that same style will not work next season because City will get back. They will obviously sign a lot of players because they have a cash cow. Liverpool will probably get back. They'll get better if they sack Slot especially. And that in itself will mean that they'll be at their best and we're not going to win the league, 100%. But do I care? No, I don't care. If we win the league this season, I don't give a shit. We could finish 6th next season and I'm fine. It's fine. I'll still brag. I'll still say league champion, league champion, league champion. If anything, if we win the league this season and we play the same garbage style next season, I'll watch less of Arsenal just so I'm not that sucked in again like an idiot. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, honestly. It is what it is. I honestly, I genuinely at this point, similar guys, I'm not even saying it for the sake of it. Wallah al-Azim, I'm not mad. Wallah. I was mad before when we conceded the first goal. Then I think if I wasn't expecting it, I probably would have stayed mad until now. I probably would have stayed mad till tomorrow. Or maybe till next week or the next 2 weeks. But because I expected it, I wasn't mad. You know what the only annoying thing for me now is? The only annoying thing for me now is we have a 2 weeks break, and I want to be able to like listen to football streams and football podcasts, but I won't be able to do it now because 90% of the streams out there are brain dead banter YouTube streams and people that don't actually analyze the game well. And in those streams, I want Arsenal fans and those fans who have been saying this is the way we should be playing and praising the style and praising the manager, they need to be held accountable over the next 2 weeks. And they need to be cooked for their opinions over the next 2 weeks. But that won't happen because a lot of these Arsenal fans will either hide. I'll hopefully be on more stream next week, but I'm not going to be the ones that Arsenal fans want to listen to because I'm going to be shitting on Arteta as I always have been, rightly so. And I've obviously been proven correct with what I've been criticizing him for. And that makes for a boring watch, honestly. Because if you're watching a YouTube show, like I think when the audience watches it, they want back and forth. They want someone to say something, someone else to say the other thing, and there should be a heated debate about it because that's when you probably enjoy the content. The next 2 weeks is not going to be any good analysis. It's not going to be any good debates. It's just going to be banter. So that means for the next 2 weeks, I can't even watch streams to actually enjoy. The only ones I can watch are probably like all Arsenal streams. Like I'll have to look for like channels that obviously we have the Kura Pod that does that. But I need to find like streams that do all Arsenal fans only and then listen to analysis because then at least I can listen to like, okay, this person is saying this other person is saying that. Unless they're all Arteta sexuals that are in that stream and they all agree that Arteta is doing the right thing, in which case that would be like a blood pressure raising stream. Ashraf, you're very good at shitting logically. I'll watch. Yeah, I shit logically. I criticize rightly. I praise when the players do well. I praise when the manager does well, and I criticize when there's criticism. This is why even when we were top of the league, even when we were top of the world in all competitions, I've always maintained and I've always said this style is not conducive to winning championships in the long run. And if we win the league this season, it's because Liverpool and City have been shit. We would deserve it and we'd be the best team in the league, but also because Liverpool and City have been shit. This style does not win the league against a good informed team that plays attacking football. Football Heritage says, the Macronicle, I'm good with that. Tired of being in the title races and falling short. Hopefully we just win the league this season and let us rest. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Macronicle. I just read your previous comment. No matter what happens, next year it's going to be an epic fall off. Yeah, I agree. I agree. 100% it's going to be an epic fall off. I'm going to read some of the... I don't care who I'm airing. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'm going to read some of the stupid comments being said by some people in the group chat. Look, T rightly is calling him a coward, and then someone, again, I'm not going to name names, so I don't embarrass them on stream. Just let it be. But someone said, he got the lineup wrong, but I'm sorry, it's also on the players. No one gets defended for this. They all need to look at themselves. Fucking retards, every single one of them. What? So the manager tells you to sit back and defend. What should the players do? Just explain to it. Explain to me. What should the players do? I don't understand. When it's a goal kick and Kepa is putting his studs on the ball for like 20 seconds, what should the players do when the manager has asked them to do that? Are you telling me they're not following the manager's instructions? I don't get it. I don't get it. The way we played the last 20, 30 minutes, is that what you expected them to do from the beginning? Guess what? Same here. Why didn't they do it? Because the manager didn't give them the instructions to do it. Towards the last 20, 30 minutes, they have no choice but to get out because they're losing. It's over. So I don't get like... This is what I'm saying. This enables this garbage. Let me just put Terry's stream here because I have to go on the football terrace. Honestly, I don't even feel like going. But if Terry's going to take long, then I'm not going to go. And then T responds, so the players woke up and thought, I'm just going to boot the ball and sit back. Yeah, thank you, T. Thank you, T. Thank you, T. And then that person responds saying, it's not that and you know it. It's them forgetting how to have a first touch. Like I said, it's both parties here. 50-50 effort of being shit. Oh my God, it's so crap. It's so crap. 50-50. It's 50-50. This is why sometimes when teams are playing really shit and then they change the manager, they end up winning the league and they end up immediately having a different season with the same manager. This is why Chelsea won the Champions League in 2021 when Lampard was sacked and Tuchel came. They went from garbage performances to immediately amazing performances and winning the Champions League. It was the same players, nothing changed. Just the manager, that's it. Not even a single transfer. 50-50. As if there isn't a manager that sets the players and dictates how they're going to play the football. Stupidity, honestly. Also, us booting the ball and sitting back was not the problem. And then that person responds, part of the problem. No, it wasn't part of the problem. It was the main problem. Because we conceded 2 goals because of that. Because of that, we conceded 2 goals. And because of that, we didn't create clear-cut chances. It wasn't the fact that our players couldn't control a football. That wasn't why. We had our best chances, except for the Havertz one. We had our best chances after we came out and attacked when we had nothing. Part is T response. It's not part 50-50. It's 80% on the players, on the manager. Sorry, 100%. I think it's 90% on the manager, and then 10% on the players. Like, oh, Havertz should have scored, for example. Kepa should have not made that mistake, for example. And then someone else saying, Suleiman, I'm actually going to name this guy. I don't care. The other one I'm not going to name, but I'm going to name Suleiman. Souls, Jesus can't pass the ball 5 yards. Yeah, Jesus was the problem, guys. We were not 2-0 down and playing crap before Jesus came on. He's blaming Jesus. The players can be at 100% teasing. The players can be at 100% fault with a million steroid injections. It doesn't matter. Playing like this will not win you a final. Simple as. Yeah. And then Souls responds, they don't need steroids. They just need to be able to pass the ball 5 yards, beat the first man, and not give the ball away and get bodied. That was the problem today, guys. That's what happened. That's why we conceded those 2 goals. Genuinely, man. Genuinely. I swear to God, Aileen, even if there is an emergency Kura pot, I wouldn't join. The hell with that, bro. The hell with that. Why the hell would I join? The only reason I'll join Mo stream on Wednesday is just to cook more. And whoever, any idiots in the comments who are saying, why are you being negative? Oh, Arsenal players will want it more. No, they wouldn't. Why would they want it more? They're about to win the league. Hopefully, if we don't bottle it, which is not beyond the realms of possibility, by the way, because we are the biggest bottlers in England. We have been, so hopefully that changes. Bro, Terry's still giving his analysis. I don't want to sit and join there and just wait there. You can think about the players whatever you want. You had 6 years to cherry pick them. It's not like a one-off game. It's a long-lasting problem. That's the coaches. That's the other thing. Those blaming the players who are saying the players are not good enough, which is absolute garbage. It's an absolute fallacy. It's ridiculous, right? The coach picks the players. Arteta wanted Madueke. It was said, it was reported by Fabrizio and everyone else that Arteta wanted Madueke. Arteta wanted Martinelli and kept him. Arteta wanted to keep Trossard. Arteta wanted Havertz. You can blame him. Maybe you don't blame him for Gyökeres and Eze. And Eze has actually been good. So you can't even say anything about Eze right now, who's not even played this game. Arteta sanctioned Odegaard. So even if you think the attackers are not good enough, isn't that back on the manager as well? Who wanted and chose these players? And these attackers aren't bad. I'll keep saying it. I don't know which idiot needs to hear it. The attackers are not bad. The attackers are not bad. Attackers are fantastic. The style is shit. If the manager goes to the training ground now and tells them, you see the way you played the last 20 minutes? You see when we were playing the pass, even when City were pressing us? You see the way you played that one-touch pass between the 4 of you in the middle of the pitch when City were pressing? I want you to do that from minute 1. Oh, but Mikel Arteta, what if we lose the ball and concede? Because you told us before we should not make this mistake, so we don't concede, so we stay in control. No problem, guys. Anyone who makes a mistake, I promise you, it's fine. Take that risk. I swear to God, let's do that and watch how we start playing incredible football. Anyone who's watched us can acknowledge against Leeds, we played much more attacking. How come we were incredible against Leeds when we slapped them 4-0? How come the attacking players showed up? Karat Almaty, I get it. They suck. So it's not a game to judge. What about Leeds? How come we attacked so well and we played amazing that game? How come Champions League, whenever games are open and the attackers and we attack because there was less pressure, it's a group stage, how come we attacked so well and we killed teams and our attackers killed it in the Champions League? Are attackers selectively choosing where to play good, where to play bad? If they are, why isn't the manager fixing it? Do they not respect him? Do they not listen to him anymore? Do they not obey him? Has he lost a dressing room? I believe he hasn't. I believe they do respect him. They do listen to his instructions, which is why I'm blaming him more, because I think this is completely on him, because it's his instructions that are causing this. Again, for the brain dead people, and there are many who have said this before. So if you fall into that category, then the insult is on you. For the brain dead people who are saying, do you think the manager tells them to not attack? No. He doesn't tell them not to attack. He doesn't tell them to attack enough. Right? The way you guys have seen the Amazon documentary with City, right? Where he talks to them about, this is why Messi's the best, because Messi smells the goal, blah, blah, blah. And there's other videos of how he's coaching the players and telling them, attack, 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 and you need to get into this, you need to get into this. Pep penalizes his players for not attacking correctly, for not making the right runs, for not going into the box enough. He probably penalizes his players for defensive work as well, but less than what he does in the attack. At least that's what he clearly emphasizes on. Right? Arteta punishes players more for the defensive mistakes versus the attacking mistakes. Arteta penalizes players more for not tracking back and marking their man. Eza made the mistake against Villa, didn't track Matty Cash, got subbed at halftime, and did not play a single minute again for the next 4 or 5 games after that, by the way, which included some shitty games that he should have started. Imagine. Did not even come off the bench for like 4 or 5 games in a row. And they even asked him about it in the press conference. Because he made that mistake against Aston Villa where he let Matty Cash slip and Matty Cash scored. Imagine now if Arteta starts punishing our players for making attacking mistakes and not attacking and not taking enough risks. Imagine. Gabriel, world-class defender, but every time we had a goal kick, for example, Gabriel, you didn't pass the ball forward. You didn't take that risk. You were so scared of losing the ball. Or Hincapié, you didn't take enough risks. Timber, you didn't take enough risks when we were playing from the back. You're always so scared you played safe. And that doesn't allow us to build. Sit your ass on the bench. Rice, world-class player, but you didn't take enough risks. We're never building from the back. Every time we try to build from the back, you play the safe pass and you play it backwards. Bench. Norgard or Luis Skelly or whoever's going to play, I need you to take more risks. Otherwise, you'll be punished the exact same way. That's what I'm saying. But he won't do that, though. Because he'll say, Rice made mistakes in building our attack, but that's fine because he did the other stuff well. He defended well. He won the ball back well. Because for Arteta, that's the priority. For Arteta, the priority is don't make mistakes defensively, and we look at the attacking stuff after. And I'm saying the right thing to do is I'm going to focus on the attacking game, and then after I will look at the defensive side. Could Dauman have made any difference? Not playing this style, no. Dauman would have made a difference if we played differently. But Dauman wouldn't make a difference if we defended that same way and played conservative. Then no. No. If he didn't bring him on because he's like, oh, I don't want to risk him getting an injury or something, which is a bit weird because, okay, fine, I hear that. Does that mean he's going to start against Bournemouth? He's not. So then why didn't you bring him on? Why didn't you bring him on then? Brought on Madueke and moved Saka to the 10. As if Saka's a 10. As if Saka... Imagine, is Saka a 10? Why did he bring Saka? Why did he move Saka to the 10? If Saka is not giving you enough there, bring on Max Dauman in the middle. And take off Saka and bring on Madueke. Who, by the way, came off and did absolutely nothing. People will say, oh, but he took on his man. He took on his man. We always knew he could take on his man. The reason why we didn't want to sign him and we spread the hashtag say no to Madueke was because he does this and then he makes the mistake in the box. The wrong pass or overruns the ball or bad shot or whatever it is. Bad cross. That's why we didn't want him. That's why I said if we had Waneri as a backup to Saka, we would have been better off. If Waneri and Max Dauman were our backups to Saka, I think we would have been better off. And then in some games, if you need to play Trossard there, if you need to play Martinelli on the right, it is what it is. Do it. No problem. No problem. If we have like major injury issues. Disgusting, bro. This will never be fixed. It'll never be fixed until until the manager changes his style. Every time people say players, it'll always be the same thing. It'll never change. We'll be in the exact same cycle over and over again. Over and over again. Low-key, I can't wait for us to win the league. Just so I can take a break for a year. I don't give a shit what happens next year. We could finish 6th, as I said. And I don't care. I'll be celebrating our league title. Because I think under this manager, we cannot build a dynasty anyways. I don't think that. I think with this style, I'm going to stop saying as long as he plays this style. Because that is his style. Khalas, it's over. Every time I keep saying, if he keeps playing this style, it's this is XYZ is going to happen. I don't know why I keep doing that. As if he could change his style. With this manager, we're not going to build a dynasty. So I hope he wins the league so he can get his name as a league-winning manager. I can say, hey, now you're an Arsenal legend. Just because you won the league, you're an Arsenal legend automatically. The same with all the players. They automatically become legends for winning the league. They automatically become legends for winning the league. And, hey, thank you. Now, khalas, now I have no more expectations. I don't think we're going to win the league. I don't think we're going to the next season. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League this season or any season moving forward unless we attack better, which we're not going to do under this manager. Then at least I can move on. Like, give me my league title and let me celebrate it for a whole year. For a whole year, I'll be celebrating that I'm league champion until the new league champion wins it the year after. 100% Alien. Arteta will not build a dynasty with this team because to build a dynasty, no team, there's no dynasty built on defensive football anymore. No more. It's gone. It's gone. Simeone couldn't do it. Mourinho hasn't been able to do it with Madrid or his second stint with Chelsea. No one. Literally no one. The only ones that have been able to build a dynasty have been attacking teams. PSG, Barcelona, Bayern, Madrid, Liverpool, Man City. That's it. A good analogy is if you raised your kids to never get into fights and always turn the other cheek, even if you instruct them to go fight someone when it's needed, they would get their ass beat. 100%! JT, please, with your permission, I'm going to use this analogy in the Football Terrace and other streams. It's such a good example. Such a good example. If you raise your kid a pussy and you don't teach them how to defend themselves, I'm not saying go bully kids. No, 100%. That's completely wrong, and you should make sure you teach your kids to never bully other kids. In fact, teach them to stand up to bullies. But if you never train your kids to defend themselves and to fight when needed, right? When one day if there's a fight and they need to fight, they're going to get slapped up real bad by whoever they're fighting. Because to change this requires long periods of reprogramming. The players have to unlearn things and learn the new skill sets, which is why I'm saying the manager's not going to do that, because the manager himself is not going to unlearn what he thinks is the way going forward, which obviously it isn't, right? That's why I think we'll eventually get to a point where we'll need someone new. The long-term philosophy is defensive. You can instruct them to attack here and there, but if the overall philosophy is defensive, the attack will be shit. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And that's why we'll never build a dynasty with this team. And again, as I said, for the next 1 year, I don't give a shit about that, as long as we win the league. But anyways, I agree 100%. You changed my mind about defensive football winning major trophies consistently is Allegri. No, what? Allegri doesn't consistently win trophies. What are you on about? The last 10, 15 years, Allegri hasn't been consistently winning trophies. That's why I'm very specific with my words about the last 10 to 15 years, because I think that's when football changed. That's when teams started defending a lot deeper. That's when teams started parking the bus a lot more, which is why I don't mention 20, 30 years ago. Over the last 10 to 15 years, teams that have been playing defensive football have not built dynasties. That's just the reality. Unless you mean a dynasty in the Serie A. But if you mean that, Aileen, guess what? No team plays at attacking football in the Serie A anyways. The whole league 15 years ago was known, or 10 years ago was known for being defensive. So even when they used to go to the Champions League, they used to defend. So that's a league where everyone is defensive. So it's not the same. When I say dynasty, I mean like you're winning Champions Leagues and leagues. All these teams I mentioned in my examples, Barca, Bayern, PSG, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City, all of them have won Champions Leagues and leagues in their dynasty, not just leagues. That's not a dynasty if you just win leagues. You have to win at least one Champions League, which Liverpool have done. Liverpool in their Klopp dynasty won a Champions League, won a league, won an FA Cup, won a League Cup, or 2 League Cups maybe. Yes, Alexio is an example of someone who does not win. I agree with you. Yeah, sorry. Fair enough, Aileen. Exactly. He's failed in the Champions League every single time. Because that every time he's played in the Champions League against a Bayern or against a Barcelona or a Madrid, it's not worked because of the defensive football. I remember when they slapped us up 4-0 in the Champions League in 2012, and then we beat them 3-0 in the reverse fixture, and then Van Persie missed that chip or that 1-1 against Abbiati. I can't remember the keeper's name. They went on to lose the next game to Barcelona. By the way, not even Barcelona that was in form. This was 2012 Barcelona that got knocked out by Chelsea. Actually, they were in good form. They got knocked out by Chelsea, and obviously we remember how Chelsea knocked them out. It was a bit luck. It was a bit of luck. But my point is, the moment they went and faced a good attacking team, they got knocked out immediately. They won the first leg 2-0, I think. Yeah. They won the first leg 2-0 and they lost the second leg 4-0. Does this hinder your Champions League chances? No. So this doesn't hinder our Champions League chances, but this is the reason why we were never going to win the Champions League, in my opinion, Aileen. This is why from the very beginning, Aileen, I said I think we'll make it to the finals, and I think we'll lose in the final against whoever we face. Whether it's Bayern, and you can go watch a stream so people don't say I'm changing my mind. Well, a lot of them have always believed this. I said if we play a Bayern or a Barca, not Barca, we cannot play Barca in the final, or a Madrid or a PSG, whoever, we lose in the final because that style will not win you a final against those teams that will attack and take more risks. That's just the reality, in my opinion. I've said that many times. So this will not hinder us, meaning the result is not what's going to hinder us. It's the style that's going to hinder us. If anything, I think this style, this game today, will actually help us in the Premier League, because I genuinely think when we go to the Etihad, and look, I could be wrong. He might be a pussy and a bigger coward than what I thought, and he'll end up playing the same way at the Etihad as well, because he's that big of a coward. But I think when he goes to the Etihad, he'll be so hurt by this loss that he'll actually say, listen, if we beat Bournemouth, by the way, if we lose to Bournemouth, that's a whole different conversation. But if we beat Bournemouth and we're still 9 points clear with a game in hand for City, so let's say theoretically 6 points clear, I think because of this loss, he will say, screw it, let's go for it, let's attack. Because we defended in the League Cup final, it didn't work. We lost badly. We got humiliated. Let's attack and let's attack and play a lot more attacking. And if we lose, we lose. It's fine. I think that time he'll take the risk. I hoped he wasn't defensive. I hoped he was just adaptive, but he clearly cannot see the holes in our team. And even if he's seen them, he couldn't fix them. Yeah, exactly. I think he can see them. I just don't think he thinks it's a problem. I think in his mind, like today, I'm going to try to get into Arteta's mind. In Arteta's mind, in my opinion, I think he believes the reason we lost today is because Havertz missed a 1-on-1 and because Kepa made that mistake. Genuinely. I think just like some of these deluded fans, he probably also thinks, oh, the players just didn't do well enough. That's what he thinks in his mind, which is why he doesn't change it. It ain't rocket science. 11 of the best strikers ever win against 11 of the best defenders 10 out of 10 games. Oh, 100%. 100%. Because defenders, if they're put in attacking spots, they won't necessarily do that well. Attackers, if you put them in defensive spots, they'll do well half the time. Michael Owen, as much as he talks a lot of garbage, that's one thing he said which is 100% true. It's a lot harder to be a defender, an attacker, than a defender. Because breaking attacks is easier than creating things out of nothing, than creating moments of magic in tight spaces. 90% of the times when we defend so well, it's because we defend as a unit, not because we always are in one-on-one situations and our defenders come clutch. I think they can come clutch if we let them be, but that's not what happens with us. Whereas your Man Cities, your Liverpools, when they've been winning things, they actually had to come up in one-on-one situations many times. And this is why Van Dijk, for me, is one of the greatest defenders in the Premier League, if not the greatest. Because when he used to come up in one-on-one situations, he used to do well. Konate, when he used to come up in one-on-one situations, he used to do well. I think our players can do better than them, but they're not allowed. They're not allowed to be given that opportunity. But you've lost many games or drawn like that. He does it for like a game or two, then back to default. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Register Kev. This isn't the first time it backfired. It happened so many times, and we did zero adjustment. Guys, generally, I lost count of how many games. There are games where we drop points, and I actually had no issues because we attacked and we played well. Like Sunderland away, like Villa away. These are games we drop points in, and I was like, guys, we played, we attacked, we tried. It's fine. Wolves, home and away, we conceded towards the end because we defended that way. Exact same way. The only thing is at home, we managed to get an own goal back and win. Forest, we played the exact same garbage way. We ended up getting a 0-0 draw. United, I was saying it in the watch-along before you guys think, oh, you're just saying it in hindsight. In the watch-along, when we were winning 1-0, I was saying it. If we keep defending that way, we're going to concede. We conceded. Zubimendi made a mistake. We kept sitting back. They scored a second goal. Liverpool, same thing. We didn't take any risks that game because we were so scared of Liverpool that had no Ekitike, no Isak, no Salah. Wolves, obviously, away as well. Same thing. Leverkusen, away from home. Same thing. But Ashraf, in every debate you're part of for the next 2 weeks, Arsenal fans will say you cannot call Arteta a league-winning manager a coward or a pussy. I can. I 100% can. What do you mean? You could be a league-winning manager and you're still a coward, right? But your cowardly tactics helped you in a league where your other rivals were shit. Because my logic does not contradict itself. My logic is consistent. My logic is, if you win the league this season playing this way, you deserve it, even if the other teams were crap. But you're winning it with this style because your other teams are crap. We haven't won the league this season because of that style. We've won the league this season in spite of that style. Because all the teams have been crap and they've helped us. That's helped us, sorry. They haven't helped us, that's helped us. The feeling is our defense is like 40% better than City. Yet we conceded only 6 goals less than them. Yeah, because we played a conservative style that allows us to get into those positions where they score. A lot of the goals we conceded, in my opinion, have been because we sat back for too long. We sat back for too long and we just let the other team score. That's just the reality. Very, very frustrating. I'm okay with us conceding another 2-3 goals if it meant we attacked better and we scored an extra 7-8 goals, which probably what would have happened if we played a more attacking style. Our players are not good enough. Our players are not good enough. It's disgusting. It's the stupidest thing. The stupidest thing. Souls with another stupid comment, honestly, bro. This guy rattles me so much. Kepa starting lost us the game. Guys, imagine. As if that goal wasn't coming. Can you believe someone is saying as if that goal wasn't coming because we were sitting back? Okay, Kepa's mistake cost us the first goal. Why did we concede the second goal exactly the same way? This time Kepa didn't come out and get a hand on it. Same way. Cross, Nico O'Reilly scored. How come? Same type of goal because we were sitting back. I don't even think it's a crap strategy. I think it's an incomplete strategy. I think it's a disgusting it's not incomplete strategy. I think it's a shitty strategy, JT. Because again, we just have this is why I try to learn from all the teams. Bro, I'll tell you this, guys. I've learned one thing about like watching football for so long. Actually, I've only learned it over the last 2-3 years when I started getting into YouTube content a lot more. I learned that there are people who they got into football because they liked the club first, not the other way around. Like I became an Arsenal fan after I became a football fan. In fact, I became an Arsenal fan in 2006, but I've been watching football since 1998, since I was 7, right? I was a football fan way before I was an Arsenal fan. For those who I've noticed, those people who have supported a club first, and because they supported that club, they became football fans after. Like, you know, the ones who grew up in a family that already supported a football club, or the ones that lady one day got a gift as a jersey, and it's like, oh, which club is this? What is this? And they started watching that club and they started watching football because of that. I've noticed those people don't actually know how to analyze the game because they don't have that same passion for the game. And alhamdulillah, I am a football fan first and Arsenal fan second. So because of that, I watch other leagues. I want to study about other leagues. I want to know what's happening with other teams. I want to study what's helping successful teams become successful, which is why I'm also a stats guy as well, because I want to go see the stats. Oh, this team has been dominating for so long. What has helped them dominate? Like, what's going on? And it's something I do in my job. It's something that a lot of people obviously do in their jobs as well, where I try to understand and study what has helped lead to success in certain areas that can be replicated. That's what a lot of successful, hyper-successful companies do. That's what consultancy companies make their money from, right? They study what works for other successful companies, and they take that and suggest it to other companies that fit that profile. And because of that, now why am I telling you guys all this? To explain. And this is to answer JT's point about why it's actually a shit strategy, not an incomplete strategy. It's a shit strategy. The reason I'm saying it's a shit strategy is because when you study the successful teams over the last 10 to 15 years, there's a common trend between all of them, right? Players are different, managers different, even the managerial style sometimes could be slightly different. Some managers will coach everything to the point of how you build. Some managers like Ancelotti say, I don't give a shit. I just coach the players on how to like defend and to do the basics, and I give the freedom to the attackers on how to attack. Everyone is different, right? But the common thing about all the teams that have been the best teams of the last 10 to 15 years has been they believe in attacking first, defending second. All of them will take risks and will commit players forward and will be in situations where they concede dangerous counterattacks in 80-90% of their games. That's why they also go after very good defenders, because they know they're going to face a lot of one-on-one situations and they believe their defenders should be able to take care of it, right? Teams that have focused more on defending as a unit and attacking less, those teams have not been as successful, have not been able to build dynasties. That's factually proven. Factually proven. Not an opinion. It's not subjective, it's objective. That's why Atletico Madrid couldn't build a dynasty. That's why Chelsea, when they won the Champions League in 2021 playing defensive football, they couldn't build a dynasty on it. That's why Chelsea, when they won the league in 2017, couldn't build a dynasty. In fact, Conte was sacked the year after. That's why Chelsea never built a dynasty, because they were never built on attacking football, right? And plus their owner was just obviously crazy with like firing and hiring. And that's why I'm telling you guys, you look at the Italian teams, they've never dominated, they've never built that dynasty and won the Champions League for a reason. Because football has changed now. You have to attack a lot better. Do you get what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like, if you study what actually leads to success, it is attacking football. And that's why I've always said, and I've said it from the summer, the clip is there, I think it was Most Channel. I said, or Kuda Report, sorry. I said, can we, because someone asked me, can you win the league playing this style with this manager? Are you saying there's no chance? I said, no, we can if Liverpool and City are both shit and we have no challengers. To win, we have to have no challenges. There has to be no title race, no proper challenge. The other two teams have to be crap. And that has been the case. For me, there's two Arsenals. The Arsenal on the ball and the Arsenal off the ball. One is amazing and the other is clueless. Yeah. But the one off the ball is amazing for a reason, because we have world-class defenders and we defend as a unit. So you will be amazing by default. By default, you're going to be great, because if you defend as a unit and super solid and you stay compact, you will by default end up being so good. That's just common sense. Do you get what I mean? We don't defend amazing like in one-on-one situations. That's not what we do. We defend amazing because we defend amazing because we don't defend that way. Because we defend as a unit. More you do shows with calls, a type of football. What? More you do shows with calls, a type of football, the easiest and anyone can play it. I'm not lying, Ostrov. How do you do shows with that kind of person? What? Oh, are you talking about Mo? What did he say? Oh, Mo that you do shows with calls that type of football the easiest and anyone can play it. I'm not lying, Ostrov. About the attacking style of football, bro. If he said that, I'm gonna cook him so bad. Mr. Saturated, I do a stream with him on Wednesday. I don't know what time it's going to be because now it's post Ramadan. So it'll probably be at like, it'll either be at 4 or 5 p.m. I'm not sure. Please join that stream and bring this comment up again so I can cook him when he says that. It's a big myth. It's the easiest thing to defend, to get your team to defend as a unit. It's the easiest thing, which is why a lot of teams have done it. It's the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing to do in football is to create. I've played football. I've never played professional. The highest I've ever played was like a semi-pro league. But I've been playing football my whole life in leagues, amateur leagues, and different types of levels. And I know, and I'm telling you, and I've watched, so even forget me playing, I've watched football like my whole life almost. And I'm telling you, that's an absolute lie. The hardest thing to do in football is to create, not to defend. I'm not a defender, by the way, right? I grew up playing as a striker, and then later I started playing as a midfielder. I promise you, the times when I had to, there were some games when I played as a defender, as a fullback for some. Aqsam billah, it's not. I'm not saying it's easy. It's much easier though to do that than when I was playing as an attacker. And not because I was a shit attacker. I was a very good attacker growing up, by the way. If you throw all your plays into defending, of course you'll be great. Exactly, JT. Exactly. And that's why the most successful teams are the teams that take the biggest risks. What does taking risks mean? It means you play more through the middle. You see, there was that sequence of pass. I keep bringing it up. The 75th minute or so, when we played that one-touch pass through the press in the middle, in City's box, in City's half, sorry. And we beat them, and we beat the press, and we continued. Then Madueke went and lost the ball. That's a different problem. That's on the player. That I don't blame on the manager. That's on the player. But if we do that enough, we will create enough chances to score. And we'll be under less pressure to concede stupid mistakes like the one that Kepa made, or the one that Zubimendi has made in the past, or like the one that happened against Wolves. And just trust your defenders to deal with the one-on-one situations. Yeah, the pressing and leaving one-on-one defender type. Literally ask him that. Yeah. Please be there Wednesday, 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. I don't know when he's going to put the show. If I remember it, I'll bring it up. And also the biggest con of what you said there is the great defenders we have grow complacent. Exactly. Because they grow complacent, sometimes if they're in situations, they might make a mistake. Although I still doubt it, because I've seen them still in one-on-one situations and they do incredibly well. Mr. Saturati, he says that while he's a Serie A fan and watched Italy and its league from 90s and still calls Arteta the hardest and most unique football he's ever seen. It's stupid. Honestly, big up Mo. He obviously knows how to analyze football. He's got good football knowledge, but in that opinion, I think it's a stupid opinion. If you think Arteta is the best, one of the best coaches out there in terms of how he sets up his team, I think that's stupid. If he says, oh, Arteta is one of the best in the world in the way he coaches his team to defend, I'll agree. I have no issues. But if he says, oh, Arteta is one of the best in coaching his team generally on how to play overall, that's a stupid take, obviously. A very stupid take. Very stupid take, honestly. And guys, wallahi, I'm not saying things out of emotion. I'm not angry. Aqsam billah, I'm not angry anymore at all. Generally, after any loss, my head is hot. I'm genuinely not heated up because this is the first time we lost the game where I actually said, I expect us to lose. I think this is the first loss I predicted, if I'm not wrong, for Arsenal. Is it the first one? It might be the first one. Let me just check the predictions. I'm going to check the Premier League predictions because obviously Champions League and all. I don't think I predicted us to lose any Champions League game. I didn't predict us to lose any cup game. So it's just the Premier League. Let me see. Maybe the Liverpool game. Did I predict us to lose to Liverpool? I probably did. Let me see. No, I predicted a draw against Liverpool. Yeah. That means I didn't predict a single loss for Arsenal. I think this was the first one, which is also stupidity from my side. I don't know why I did that. I definitely did not predict any home loss, so I'm going to see away. Arsenal away. Did Ashraf predict a loss? Ashraf predicted a loss. No, I didn't. I didn't predict any loss for Arsenal this season. This was the first loss I predicted for Arsenal, which is the League Cup. Which is why probably I'm not as mad. I was mad in that moment when we conceded the first goal because I saw it coming. I wasn't mad with the second goal because khalas, it was probably acceptance. You always build teams around your attackers, not around your defenders. Thank you, JT. When Pep won the Centurion season, who were the defenders for him? It was Company, fair enough, world class, but it was Otamendi, the other defender, and Fabian Delph as their left back. He didn't even have a left back, right? He had Benjamin Mendy, but Benjamin Mendy was injured for the rest of the season, and he didn't buy a left back after that. He just played Delph there because his focus was always attack. That's what I need to fix first. I can fix defenders easily. I go buy a quality defender, they'll do the job. But I need to make sure not only do I get good attackers, I need to coach them on attacking the right way and building the right way and taking those risks. You have every minute you spend attacking, you don't have to spend it defending. Exactly. Yeah. Every minute you spend attacking, you don't spend it defending 100%. And if the other team is defending deep and playing with a low block, that means even when they get the ball, you probably will win it back quickly because you're going to press them and win the ball back, and they have no one probably waiting up top. No out of the footballs he has ever seen him. Yeah, crazy. Honestly, yeah, you can tell why Mo is a Serie A fan. Arteta ball. That's why, like, I disagree with Mo when he says there isn't one way to play football. Of course, there isn't, but there is one right way to play football to have the most success, and that's attacking football. That's been proven. Again, if he argues against that, he's arguing with facts. Then it's just becoming stupid at this point. The sad part is City wasn't even amazing. I swear to God, they weren't. Oqsim billah, they weren't. Until that mistake that Kepa made, when we just sat back, they didn't have a single clear-cut chance. In my opinion, Arsenal's press, especially at home, is the deadliest, especially what I saw at the start of the season when you beat Bayern, Atletico, Aston Villa. You were pressing and suffocating teams, but now you stopped. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Saturated. When we press, it's so dangerous. We pressed Bayern, one of the best ball-playing teams, and we almost scored against them because of the press in the first half when Eze missed. We are such a fantastic pressing team. It's insane that we don't allow our players to press. And then when they beat the press, Saka and whoever's playing left wing have to track back and sprint like their life depends on it. Like they're going to die if they don't play as fullbacks. Even our signings are exposing this 100%. Our focus is always defense first. Yeah, exactly. All our new signings are playing the exact same way as the old signings, as the old players. Why? For a reason, because they've been coached into this. Eze, who didn't have that in him, because he was at Crystal Palace, probably he didn't have to track back as much because he was the main talisman. He was the one who stayed up top and waited for attacks. He got penalized when he didn't do it once against Aston Villa. To be fair, Mo is an Inter and Prem fan. He constantly degrades Serie A. No, I know, but I'm saying because he grew up probably supporting Inter Milan, maybe that's the kind of football he liked. I know many of you all won't care, but I'll say it anyway. How come our women's team can turn up to every final and our men's team can't? It's probably because they're better coached, Macronicle. I think Rene was doing a very good job with them. And look, when they played against Barcelona, I watched that final when they beat Barcelona last season in the Champions League final. Yes, we were playing defensive majority of the game, but I understand that because Barcelona is a much better team than us, right? But the Barcelona female team is probably the greatest footballing club of all time. They're a much, 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 much better club than us, right? So I understood why Rene did that in that game. We are not going to go toe-to-toe with that Barcelona. We would have been killed. So playing defensive and trying to hit teams on the counter was the correct way to do it. I agree. This City team is not a better team than us. They don't have better players. We have better players than them. What they have is a better coach. That's the difference. There is one correct goal in football, that is to score. The way to do it can differ, but that should be it. Exactly. If you want to just attack, and just win corners and keep playing set pieces, that's fine, but attack. Get players forward so you can win those corners. We have 3 points more. They will win game in hand and against us. Yeah, I agree, by the way. Look, actually, no. I disagree. I think they will win the game in hand because it's Palace at home. But I predicted before that they would win the game against us because I didn't put a prediction yet on the League Cup because I was waiting to see how we play. If we played really well today and we lost, then I would have said, hey, fair enough. We played well, we lost. I think we'll go again and play well in the game at Etihad, and we'll probably lose that game. I actually think we might not lose the game at Etihad now because I think he'll play probably more attacking. Genuinely, polemicist. But again, I don't know why I'm saying things to have a lot of faith in him. I have been wrong about him many times in a bad way. So I'm going to reserve that judgment until the next 2-3 weeks. In my opinion, Arsenal's press, especially at home, is the deadliest. Oh yeah, I already read that. Arteta ball works great with mediocre players and would be hugely successful in like a Brighton because it's a formula that doesn't need quality. But if you have quality, that style is limiting it. Exactly. Big up, JT. I'm going to see if I can jump on the football terrace real quick. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for all the 12, 13 guys still locked in. I appreciate it so much. You guys have made this stream a lot easier. Thank you for interacting as well. I appreciate your opinions and your feedback and everything else. I'm going to jump on the football terrace, give my opinion quickly and leave. You know what? I'm not even gonna. I'm so annoyed. I'm not angry, but I am disappointed because I think Arteta really like threw this away. So because of that, I'm gonna do something that I'll probably regret tomorrow. I'm just gonna order a pizza, guys. I'm gonna order a pizza. My wife is not gonna be happy because she cooked food for the house, but it is what it is. She'll understand. I hope she does. Yeah, I'm gonna order my pizza and then I'm just gonna jump on the football terrace. See you guys. Thank you so much. Big up. Yes, JT, it was productive conversations, to be fair. We had very good conversations. Big up, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.